There we go. Hey.
Hey.
Woo!
What
Yes,
up?
sir.
What's going on, people?
Good morning.
Woo!
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys do a little intro. I'm gonna send Lewis a link just in case. I'm gonna do
There
that
we
right now.
go. There we go.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling this morning on a Saturday? Man, hey, mama, we made it. We have made it from Monday through Friday, and now we are sitting on Saturday's lap here. It's a beautiful feeling, man. It's a beautiful feeling. What's everybody got up for today, man? What's going on, Jay? What's going on, Mr. Think I'm Possible?
What
Let me
up,
tell you right
brothers?
now what I did this morning. I got
Oh,
that gunk out my mouth,
oh,
put some
Oh.
Listerine on, and I feel wonderful.
Oh, my man got the vocals ready.
You know what I'm
yes. No.
saying?
Me.
You know what I'm saying? Got that morning dew out me. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm
Oh,
talking about?
Man, how you feeling,
Ooh-wee.
Mr. Think Impossible?
Man, I am, you know what? I am not doing bad at all. You know, it's good to see you guys smiling faces. You know, I am not bad at all.
Man. You know, that's a beautiful thing, man. Chat. We know everybody's migrating over from the one pair at a time. We had a little technical difficulties this morning, but it's okay though. We are back live in effect. Man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, man. We got everything to talk about from the Ahmad drop yesterday to what's going on with the AKA Diddler to man, what's dropping this morning, man. We got some heat on deck, man. This has just been a very interesting week, from the birdies to the Ahmads to now, man. What are your thoughts on that, Jay? Tap in.
So let's kick it off first with let's talk about the Verdi Air Max, bro. Like we need to take a quick deep dive in that Verdi Air Max, bro. Tell me if I'm wrong. There was about 700 pairs.
700 pairs of the Air Max variation. Yes.
Okay. So I went for them, right? And of course I called an L.
What a shock.
Bro, listen, I don't know what luck you have to have in life, all right, to win those. But the interesting thing is that even though it's about 700 pairs that released, if you look on the resale market value, they're going for like $130 in a size 11, bro.
Wow.
Crazy.
So was it the best release of this week? Absolutely not.
Wow.
But fam, like let's think about it, right? We're in the era right now where like if something is limited, we know okay, most people want them, but nobody cares that it's more limited if the shoe just don't look tasty. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all feel about that? We in some times, man. I think we barely treading water right now, bro.
Yeah, man. It's you know what? Back in the day, I think this is kind of more like an homage, like a throwback to like the Chunky Dunky days, right?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was a very astute shoe, man, with a crazy craft build and material build to it, man. But it had a slow steam to pick up. But then slowly, like as a few months went by, man, it started getting a little bit of hype. A year later, man, that shoe was sitting well over $1,000. So, you know, I'm thinking, will we see something like that with this particular shoe? Maybe not. But at the end of the day, they were trying to take that cookie cutter process that worked for the Chunky Dunky back then and make it applicable now, not really understanding that today's markets are a lot different than the markets were back then. So, you know, it's kind of like round peg, square hole. You know, hey.
Yeah. You know what? I really do like that analogy because you're spot on. You're absolutely spot on. The times have changed. The times have definitely changed. You know, and it sounds like they're just trying to force fit it. You know, use an old strategy to some new times, and it's almost it's not applicable. That was a very good analogy.
Bro, you're right. It's not like so. You know, I feel like a couple years ago, at least for myself, you know, I had some pretty good predictions, right? And this part I'm gonna speak on Purple Haze behalf, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but he was really good at when it came down to the like the financial aspect of where a shoe was gonna be like 3 months from now or something like that, right? I was more so on the other side when it talked about history and how the release is going to occur. I am definitely gonna say this. I can't predict anymore.
Yo, I was just about to say my predictions be all types of off. The only thing that I'm somewhat accurate on is the Jordan ones. I would like they're gonna sit just because it's the one. If it's not a Travis Scott or something, you know what I mean? But my predictions are always off.
I think it's crazy for me. I predict 4 is pretty good. Ones are hard to predict nowadays. I mean, we all know why.
Right. That's what I said. That's the only one I'm accurate on. I was like, it'll sit.
Yeah, like I told you all about the Paris Olympics. We saw what happened. I told you all about the what's that stripper's name? White Thunder. And hey, we see what's happened. I mean, hey, we're just in a weird time, and then now we're talking about a changing of the guards over at Nike. How is that going to? Is that going to be gasoline on the fire, or is that going to be like a paradigm shift in where we're moving forward with the markets and Nike?
So, bro, I agree with you, but not just Nike. I mean, it's all brands. You know what I mean? Like it really is all brands. And the crazy thing is right, the Verdes, right? And let's be honest, I went for the Verdes, right? I went for a size 10.5 because if I'm correct, the 10.5 was the most available size out of that release on Friday, right? Cool. Everybody say, hey man, this is giving us the Grateful Dead vibes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he was very hyped up, respectfully so. But then when we look at it as a whole, right? The market says right now it's about what, 444, 445 for retail, and everybody's saying this is the SB of the year. But just a few months ago, everybody was what? Riding the shoelaces of the Futuras.
Mm-hmm.
This is the SB of the year. So did people forget about the Futuras because the Verdes were more limited?
Right.
How do you predict the market, right? How do you predict the Verde Air Max? I'm not saying it's on the same level as the SB, but it's going for under retail. And it was only 700 pairs.
Right.
Fam, I feel like we don't have a life jacket on. We have a weight vest on, and like we're struggling to stay afloat, bro. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Or in a sense, to your point, is this more of a barometer to where we're moving forward from 25 to 26 to 27 on out, right? Are we looking at a paradigm shift here and how Nike's go-to strategy for their go-to-market and their releases are failing? They're failing. They're falling short. They're falling flat on their face, and they're not putting enough energy, time, and effort into really building up that story, which we've talked about multiple times. They're not building up the story. They're not building up structure and foundation around these releases, right? And we're not just talking about GR specifically. We're talking about collaborations. What are you really putting around? And, as far as building up the story, getting the hype going, but more importantly, bringing custom build, bringing material, fabrics, bringing story art, the whole shebang, right? One big pretty package. We don't get that anymore. We haven't gotten that in quite some time. I mean, we got it with the Lost and Founds, of course. But I mean, how many times can you really count on one hand how many times we've gotten that leading up to within the last 5 years?
Right.
Yeah. I agree with you. So that's why, in the past I've stated I believe all of the brands. I know we're specifically talking about Nike, but I'm calling out all brands, okay? Where's the history? Where's the meaning behind it? So not only that, that's giving younger up and coming sneakerheads to understand the meaning behind it, the purpose of this release, but also to give us older heads a new story for something else. So there's a disconnect between the supplier and the buyer. Okay.
Speaking of where, thanks for joining us, Lewis. Welcome in. Good morning.
Hey, what up, man?
Yo,
man? What's going on? I apologize, guys. I ran out for an emergency. I apologize.
Hey, ain't no need to
hey
apologize,
man,
man.
ain't no
Man,
apologize,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Shit, what's happening
Long
with
as
it?
everything's all
Yeah,
right,
man.
man.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Looking like
Hey,
you
look.
came straight from a Diddy after party.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo.
Right.
Hey, yo.
Right.
Yo.
Hey,
Nah,
I'm not
I
questioning
don't,
anything.
I
At
don't
least
know.
you're not streaming from the booby trap.
Listen, I don't.
Oh.
Oh.
Booby
Look,
trap.
not for nothing. Not for
Whoa.
nothing. I don't see no lube around here, so I should be
Oh man.
okay. I don't see any bottles of lube. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no
Oh,
regret. Oh, Louis,
I
you missed that.
was not there.
Oh.
I was
Oh.
not there.
Hey, Lewis.
Hey,
Lewis.
look.
Hey, Lewis. I just put up some suede butter.
Oh, there we go.
We're gonna need
He
some Diddy
said, no,
butter.
did that George just say no regrets on it?
Yeah. That's the name.
Yo,
That's
that's what
actually
we
the
were
name of the
laughing
product.
about.
That's actually the name of the product. No regret.
No regret.
And when they say slip and slide.
Oh man.
That's
Yo.
Man,
Yeah.
hey, Lewis, go ahead and set us up, man. We like I said, we had a host of things, man, from the birdies to the Ama release, man, the Nike's changing of the guards,
Well,
all the
here's
way on down to this morning's drop. So kick us off.
yeah, man. So I heard what you guys were talking about, and I gotta say, man, this situation here with the Verdes is interesting because people weren't necessarily feeling that colorway.
Okay.
I had somebody during a who was I talking to, and they said it reminded them of the Transformer flag.
Okay.
They said it reminds them, the colorway reminds them of the trans flag. And I was just like, and I sat there for a minute and I looked at it and I was like, damn. I never looked at it that way because when I saw the colorways, my first thought was Easter. That's what I first
fair.
started looking at. Because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
look like, because not for nothing, it's the same colorways as the Easter 5s.
Well, I
In my
mean, you know,
opinion.
arguably some of the same material that comes in the bottom of the Easter basket as well. So,
Yeah, right? Right. But yeah, it's just it's one of those things where it's like, damn, I didn't see it that way, and I don't think most people were ever even looking at it that way. That was kind of like a one-off. But we know how sometimes the negativity will start to pick up steam faster than the positivity will.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that they were only 6,000 pairs allegedly, right? Were all 6,000 on Sneakers app? Maybe. There were a couple skate shops out there that released them or are still going to release them. But you know, to say that that's now Dunk of the Year just because of the limitness on them, I don't know. Especially when people were talking about they weren't necessarily feeling that colorway to begin with. Now, just because you're limiting the amount of pairs that were going to get released to the shoe, all of a sudden, somehow this one jumps to number one now, you know? And that just leads into the talk about the Ama 4s.
Well, let me ask you this, because you're right, it is super limited, but also resale value. I think that
Correct.
is what people also base it off of. How much are they going for now?
But
You
see,
know.
had they released the same amount of pairs as they did the Futuras, okay, would it still be looked at that way?
It's a good question. Yeah, it's a good question.
You know, now part of that resale value is the fact that yes, they remind you of the Grateful Dead's,
Right.
right? The way they did those. But also there's the limitness in them and all that kind of stuff. But for real, like, and then moving on, like I said, moving into what's going on with the 4s, there was so much talk about how limited the Ama Meniere 4s are. And there were so many people saying, well, I'm going to pass on these Ama 3s because I'd rather have the Ama 4s. Ama 4s get released, and look what happened. Not only was it a slow sellout, the big sizes were sitting around hours after the release. Now, when have we ever seen it to where the big sizes are sitting around?
Right.
Well, see here, you know what? Here's the thing, right? So tell me how y'all feel about this, and this is just my opinion. When I take a look at, there was a technically, I'm not gonna say a restock, but there was a late drop on another website for the Air Jordan 3 Amami years about a couple days ago. I can't remember what site it was, right?
Yep, there was.
So now when people they took a step back, they were hyping up the Amami Year 3, and it deserves its hype, right? And they say, okay, now that it's not limited, hold on. Let me bag up off. Let me bag up off this because it wasn't as limited as the other pairs are. So I don't know if I really want this. Number two thing is being the $20 price hike, and I'm referring to the EQL, right? Whether it's the shipping and the taxes that you have to pay, which some people might be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take my chances on Sneakers app. And then when I really look at it, I'm looking at Nike like, listen, I understand this dropped on social status Amami Year. This is y'all collab. Something should be done where that extra $20 should not have to occur for consumers like ourselves who can go on Sneakers app and get that same silhouette for $20 cheaper. How do y'all feel about that? I think all those can come into play into a factor.
But see, then you got to look at the other collabs that they dropped too, like the J Balvin's, you know, because they dropped on J Balvin's site and it was more expensive through his site, especially for the people who had to spend that $100 to try to get the exclusive access to purchase them early. Excuse me, not early, to have an opportunity to actually have a pair versus having to fight the first come first serve like some of the other people had to deal with. I think in this case here, most of your hype was built through what? You had Alamanier put out a few things about it. Then you had a bunch of YouTubers who reviewed the shoe, right? But in all fairness, there, like you guys were saying earlier, before I was able to hop in here, the storytelling really is not there the way it should be for Nike. And that goes for a lot of stuff that they release. They've been popping stuff out there and not really telling the story behind what's going on with the shoe. The last time we had a real story on a shoe and real hype built was on the Lost and Found ones. And that was 2 years ago. You can't show me the shoe that they built up like that.
You know, speaking of 5 years from my previous comment earlier, there was also something else that was synonymous, 3 to 5 years ago, was the fact that from a reseller's perspective, smaller sizes moved. They pushed weight. All of the higher end prices always came from smaller sizes. And then we saw a shift from that kind of kicked off using the pandemic as a catalyst to moving from smaller sizes moving weight to larger sizes moving weight. I wonder if this is a prime example of us now kind of reshifting back to that type of reseller mentality with smaller sizes being able to really move weight as opposed to larger sizes. Maybe this is just the very beginning of that, or maybe it's a fluke, but it's something to think about from a market perspective. Because Louis, to your point, those smaller sizes, they were gone. They were.
The white, interestingly enough,
the White Thunder, gone. Paris Olympics, gone. All smaller sizes flew out the door on all three of those silhouettes. And I'm pretty sure there's several more out there that we just haven't caught or hasn't hit our radar. But think about that. Is that something that we are starting to see slowly gravitate back towards smaller sizes pushing weight?
That's a good that's a good way of looking at it. You know what I mean? And I don't disagree with you. You know what I mean? Only thing I'm saying is that the fact of the matter is Their storytelling isn't there, the meaning isn't there, and nobody truly knows the numbers on these Arma 4s. Nobody knows the numbers as of yet. We do not know, right?
Nah, everyone said the all we saw was
170.
like 170
But
that was put out there.
I don't trust numbers anymore because numbers have not been consistent, for the past maybe almost 2 years. Maybe the numbers have been so wonky that we can't really trust those numbers. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you something right now. I've talked to Purple about this, and I said, you know what, man? Like I wasn't worried about the Armani Year 4 for some weird reason. You know what I'm worried about, and I'm not gonna say worried. I do feel like the less hyped up sneakers are the most limited ones. For example, I do feel like those Converse. I don't think that's gonna be a massive amount of numbers that they're gonna produce, just like they did for the threes and the fours. I feel like they're trying to switch something up and they're changing it right now. And I'll tell you why. From a consumer standpoint, everybody now people love fours. People do like threes, right? Everybody knows those silhouettes. They like, let's give them what they want. Let's let them eat. But then maybe we can go ahead and we can go this way and we can shift over to sneakers that a lot of people don't really care about, but we're gonna drop better quality on them. So we can maybe have them start moving towards over here to this sneaker, just like the Air Jordan 17s. So I think there's also a psychological buyers market that they're looking at. They're playing a psychological game right now, on a marketing standpoint, I should say.
Yeah, like the 39s, they were limited. The Ama 39s that they put out, those were really limited. And I don't think most people would have bought them had they not been, right? With the Converse pair, so you still have the Converse pair, the Air Max,
Yep.
and the Air Force One still for them to drop.
Yep.
I would probably say, you know what? That's going to be interesting. What they're going to do and what the stock numbers are going to look like for those releases and how they're going to release them, because the threes, they had all types of raffles for them, and they were able to release in like multiple places, right? The fours, it was like one raffle I saw out there, and then it was first come first serve off of I'm in your site, and then you're gonna have a sneakers app release. Like my guy Fact says, he goes, I'm in love with these fours, and I love the threes. I'm getting the whole collection. I'm going after the Air Max 95s and the Air Force Ones, and I'm going to get them out. I might even get the Converse pair. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people are going to end up copping the whole collection. But see, like, you got to go into, like your point said, you got to go in and look for the actual story and meaning behind the shoe yourself. They're not really putting that out there. They're really not.
To me, I'm more excited about the Converse. Really, I'm excited about the Converse because Nike has not been really promoting the Converse brand properly, in my opinion.
With the you got to remember now, with those, what was it, the Sublones that came in that pack with the Chameleon SB Dunk,
Mm-hmm.
the quality on that was trash.
But
Trash.
But that's not our Mama Year. Our Mama Year
You're
is
right.
going to give us straight quality.
But it's Nike putting, first off, we never got an SB Converse of any kind. And so with the first one you put out there, some people were saying like the leather felt like plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So granted, yes, Ama Meniere is known for giving us quality materials and quality everything on the shoe. So hopefully it's a better quality shoe that they put out there with the Converse and Ama Meniere collaboration. Hopefully.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I'm thinking that our Mama Year will do a good job on the quality. I'm banking that that's what they're going to do because they have never half stepped any of their silhouettes. So I don't disagree with you, but I'm banking that it will be, definitely of quality. Not maybe their best quality, but it will be of better quality than we have been the community has been receiving for quite some time.
Yo, side note, anybody messing with these today? Anybody? We
I
got we
know
got
who
we got
is.
21 minutes. We got 21 minutes. Anybody getting down on these today?
Like, yes, sir. Those are definitely coming out.
Those. What we looking at stock number wise too? Let me see if I can find some information on
Double tap that screen, chat. We appreciate y'all. Fact, bro. We definitely appreciate you, man. We definitely recognize everybody, fam.
Yo, here goes the craziest part. I don't even know if I'm even going to touch these. I had an opportunity. I had them in the cart when they dropped overseas, and I never pulled the trigger on them. I just watched it go away.
So,
Yeah, probably because you knew it was just going to be an easy cop. You just walk in, pick them up yourself, and walk out.
Nah, it was one of those I was just really just sitting on, just just looking at them. And I've watched a few videos and people are liking the quality on them, but I just didn't pull the trigger, and I had an opportunity to.
Do you want them though? Because according to what I got here, apparently we're looking at 143,000 pairs to drop today on Sneakers app. 143,000 pairs. So a men's 7, they got 3,058. Men's 7.5, 3,000. Mind you, allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Men's 7.5, 3,153. 8, 9,747. 8.5, 9,151. Size 9, 13,650. Size 9.5, 12,849. Size 10, 18,077 pairs. Size 10.5, 15,858. Size 11, 17,689. 11.5, 7,423. Size 12, 14,403. Size 12.5, 2,193 pairs. Size 13, 10,680. Size 14, 3,788. Size 15, 1,546. Size 16, 303. Size 17, 156. And size 18, 97.
This goes to show you those stock numbers don't align with mine.
Yeah, wow. What do you got? How many do you have?
Just throw a random size out there.
Let's go size 12.
Size 12, 51,000.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well,
which is not right.
This is why I said what I said,
release.
Bro.
Right.
This is why I said what I said. Stock numbers are not consistent.
Yeah.
They have not been consistent like time. So
hey, look, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
Damn.
50, and I think Nike's doing a good job for not releasing the full information, or whoever's able to get in their back site to figure out what's what. I think Nike is doing a good job with that, because we really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Point proven what I said earlier. We truly don't know. I think the Mocha lows, I think it's nice, bro. But for me, I don't think I'm gonna cop. But if I give you guys a review on that silhouette, I'm probably gonna go down to the sneaker store and go ahead and just give y'all a review right there in the store and put it back in the box and walk away, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bang.
Real quick.
No, that's fair.
Put them out for me. Put them out for me real quick.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, there's big fish to fry. We got the Travis next week, right? We still have to wait probably next week for the on Sneakers app, maybe, right? So we shall see.
So I have a question for y'all. If these Almas drop and it's an easy cop on sneakers, do you think that's going to deter people from ordering off their website and save that money? When if they end up, we've already seen the threes in a couple of outlets, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, why buy from Alma's site when you can easily just cop this kick?
Correct.
Hello.
However,
$16
Nina comes through in the clutch saying it's a perfect fall sneaker which she is absolutely correct, and that's one of the reasons it will be in my wardrobe.
No, no, yeah, I agree with that. It
Pink
is a
laces
perfect fall
or
kick, no
pink or
doubt,
sail
no doubt,
laces. pink,
no doubt.
pink sail laces.
Hey, look,
Nah,
James
I'm a
put the pink laces in there. I'm not gonna lie, they look good. I can't do it. I could because only I feel like I'm cheating on my Travis, but you know, it looks good though with the
Not
sail.
the sneaker adultery.
Sneaker adultery.
oh
Hey,
my
fall on the
goodness.
altar.
Damn. He said the sneaker adultery. Damn. Yeah,
Can't
Hey,
and
do
you
it.
know what?
mind
My
you,
bad,
these
my bad, my bad.
lows,
Go ahead.
mind you, these lows real quick, they're gonna be at Foot Locker, Chic, Nordstrom, Champs, Nike, Finish Line, JD Sports. I mean, they're gonna be everywhere. Websites we don't even really recognize they're gonna put out there too. That they're gonna have. These things are gonna be everywhere. Now I will say this: once they dry up, you know, because you know how people drag their feet on picking up shoes sometimes. They're like, oh, they'll be easy to get. I'll come back for them. People drag their feet, and then sometimes they even forget about it. And then next thing you know, you turn around and look 6 months to a year later. Now that shoe that you could have caught for 140, now you're looking at 240 on the shoe.
Yeah, for sure,
You
for
know.
sure.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. I was just about to say it, Perp. I'm right there with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
15-minute warning.
Okay, okay. You know what, Ken? I want to. Ken says, with the way things are going, do you think any of the rest of the set will sell out? And Ken, to be honest with you, bro, that's a very good question. If these fours do not sell out, I'm probably gonna have to say I don't think the rest of the set will sell out, bro. That's a very good question. And
But
I ain't
if
gonna
they
lie,
limit
I'm
them,
shocked the
if they
fours
limit
didn't
them,
sell out.
yes.
Say it again.
If they limit the other silhouettes, if they limit the Air Maxes, if they limit the Air Forces and the Converse pair, like they did the 39, yeah, they'll sell out.
Okay.
They'll sell out. Just because it's such a small amount of pairs. And most people are going to pick them up, not so much to wear, but a lot of people are going to be trying to resell them. But
So
resellers are down bad right now. Okay?
Yes.
Resellers are down bad right now. With matter of fact, he's not on here, but one of my guys got the fours and posted it up on Instagram right away that he was trying to sell it. And I'm like, bro, these things are sitting right now on the website. You ain't getting that money for that shoe, man. And he goes, what? Are you serious? I said, yeah. And so I sent him a screenshot of everything that was still sitting around. He was like, oh, I think I'm going to go cancel these. I'm going to have to call my credit card company or somehow, some way. Like, it's either I get them and just move them for what I paid for them, or somehow I'm able to cancel getting these shipped to me.
So let me put another perspective out there. And I want to speak very specifically to just Amam and Year collab as a whole here. Not every other collab out there, but specifically this one. They originally, so James Whitner and the Whitner Group originally came out back in 2015 with global messaging. Global messaging is, we are for the people. They have done something very extraordinary in 10 years. They've created a brand that they essentially got out of the mud and they built it into what it is today, which is impressive by itself if you strip away everything else, all the distractions. But you also look at, he's been able to, and I shouldn't say they have been able to create messaging, right? Create a story in a sense, around their sneaker releases, right? All throughout the shoe. I think we've seen that with every single one of them. However, where it really gets a little convoluted is the fact that we're so narrowly focusing on people not going for the shoe. Or they've made so many pairs that pairs are sitting and this and that. When in actuality, the Whitner Group came out in 2015 in a press release and they stated, we want the shoes to be for everybody. We don't want to create limitations and bottlenecks on our sneaker releases. We want to make sure if somebody wants our sneaker, we want to try to put that sneaker in their hand. And I think they did a very beautifully executed job on the 3s that just dropped alone. And now we're seeing this with the 4s. Anybody who wants this shoe can get this shoe. That's essentially falling into the message that they built up
Yes.
the last years, right? This isn't a Travis Scott. This isn't, a born and raised. This isn't a very limited release of a collab. This is a group that has been doing this for 10 years. They've been doing it for the people. They've been trying to put the sneaker in people's hands. And now that people are starting to easily be able to go out and get it, apparently now they don't want the damn shoe. Like that blows my mind.
It does.
Like, that's crazy to me. Like, it's not like they're just throwing multiple pairs out there with no messaging behind it. They've been telling you for 10 years, we want you to have this sneaker. If you are for us, we're for you. So what's the problem?
Correct. It's interesting that why is the negative, just like I said on the 3s, why is the negativity louder than the love? You hear the negativity so much more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, like when they showed pictures of the Alma Manier stores where they were dropping the 4s, there was a lot of people lined up to try to pick up the shoe. You know what I mean? And we should be appreciative that a shoe of this level of quality is easy to get. And did we not mention how they didn't hit us over the head with a $250 retail price? It's still $225.
Yeah.
Still $225 for the shoe.
Come on. Like, I feel like people are just focusing on the wrong stuff nowadays. And like, if you want the shoe, wear the shoe. Go get the shoe. We're living in a golden era of being a sneakerhead right now. With, if it's not too crazy of a release, you actually being able to cop what you want to cop. Mm-hmm. You may have to put in some extra footwork and some elbow grease, but you're still able to do it. Alma is giving this to you on a silver platter right now. And people are like, oh, Alma's, is this the end for Alma? Their shoes are just sitting. Like, no, it's not the end. Alma's going to be around in another 10 years.
So let me say this. Where your kicks? I know you said, hey, why is the love, not being highlighted per se, and then negativity? Let's be honest with you. When we look at the news, what sells?
You're right.
Negativity.
Negativity is what sells.
Unfortunately.
Yes. You're right. It's
what I'm saying?
It's very rare that you get a positive message that really sells like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. You're right.
You know what I mean? And I thought about it and I looked at it like this as well about these 4s, right? Is it in fact, you said something that's interesting. You're 100% right. 90% of the shoe is a fossil silhouette, right? Is it the colorway? Is the colorway too out there, too bright, too loud for the community? Because a lot of people will disagree with me. Like, I love white sneakers. Mm-hmm. Most people will disagree and say they prefer a black silhouette. But we got Rejuvenator right here, fam. All right. This is the stain and water repellent where hot sauce, ketchup will absolutely off your sneaker. All you got to do is shake and spray 6 to 10 inches away, and your silhouette will be protected. All you have to do is go into my description, click on the Rejuvenator link. It's free to sign up.
No offense to all the people in Texas that those fish fries using hot sauce. We don't want to exclude you. You're included as well.
There you go. Use my promo code J_Elevate and wear your kicks
WYK26
to get 10% off of all of your sneaker and shoe needs, fam. Let's go.
Real quick. Size 10.5. In fact, asked about the 10.5 stock numbers. I got 15,858.
Yo, you don't even have to trip. Hate to lose. My guy. Hate to lose.
Yep,
He just sent me a picture. JD Sports. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I guarantee you, I'm gonna skip straight on down the street to JD.
You ain't got to.
In 3 days, and I'll do a video blog and cop that sneaker easily.
Yeah. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Look,
That's what I said,
we
bro.
should be celebrating how easy it is to cop
Yes.
some of these shoes.
I'm
now.
loving it. This is
You know,
a
I'm
golden
loving it.
era.
I am.
Right.
I am.
Right.
I'm loving it. I am. But I will say this: with the CEO change, I wonder not so much what's going to happen here in 2024, but how are things going to happen come 2025? Right?
I'm curious.
Because I'm telling y'all right now, everything was always subject to change anyway. Okay? But remember the releases they were talking about doing for 2025, they were under, from my understanding, the old CEO that's on his way out. This new CEO could step in and most of that could just up and change.
Yeah, but that still takes time, though. That still takes a full fiscal year in order for those changes to take effect. So
no. What I'm saying is things like undefeated fours, they could get axed. You may not see undefeated fours.
Oh, you mean
actually
projects in the making, not
correct.
projects that are
Correct.
okay, gotcha.
Correct.
So,
Undefeated fours, you may not see those. PlayStation Air Force Ones, they may get axed too.
so where your kicks? You're talking about Elliott Hill. That's what you're talking about, the new CEO who's going to be taking over like next month or something like that.
Correct.
Right?
The guy
Elliott
coming
Hill.
in, I think, for what's going on for the rest of 2024, he ain't really going, because it's too soon to try to make a lot of those type of changes. But come 2025, because most shoes are what, like it's like 6 months out that they start building the shoes up, right? Start building the inventory.
Yep.
So we may see some of those things already get axed.
So, but remember, fellas, remember this. In the article, it said that Elliott Hill, he's the highlight, but he's bringing his team. So here's the question I have. Because Elliott is bringing his team, does that mean those other CEOs who was there, are they going to get fired, or are they going to have to take a step down and take a lower position if they decide to, while Elliott, who's stepping up his team, is going to be the forefront runners? What does that really look like when it comes behind the scenes on the business aspect? Because he's not bringing his team with him to say, hey man, y'all gonna be down here. So we got to really figure out how does that work. But the other thing is, it's going to take at least one fiscal year for Nike to make that turnaround if Elliott Hill can do that. And because he worked for Nike for 30 years, why did he take a step down? Why did he leave? A man who was so successful in the company, why did he leave? And now Nike's bringing him back. There's so many things that we don't know behind the scenes that only time will tell.
Yeah, I think with the guy coming in, obviously there's changes at the top, and usually that means it's going to start to roll downhill as far as the changes go with the personnel and who's going to be there and who's going to be involved. I think not for nothing, we may hear about more people actually coming back because a lot of the creators that Nike had, like apparently they let go of them too. So there's going to be some serious changes going on for real, and
yeah,
I hope they get back to the advertising that the way they used to do. Their advertising is lackluster at best. I mean, listen, we all remember the Nike commercials that used to get put out there like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
We haven't really seen. We haven't seen no commercials for like Asia Wilson. We haven't seen any commercials like that for Caitlin Clark. Like we barely saw any commercials for the Olympic athletes. Listen, I can recall when Michael Johnson was running in the Olympics, and they had an advertising campaign for him and a lot of the Olympic athletes that went over there from Nike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild now. The lack of advertising they do. Like the best we saw was a Travis Scott commercial that they put on the app.
Yeah, I remember that. We got a 2-minute warning. Anybody who's gonna jump on and grab these joints. Let me get a comment on here from FAC. This is a positive comment about the BC3s. He said he got to see the Black Cement 2024s in hand yesterday, and they are beautiful. The owner social status was showing me some upcoming releases. So shout out for that positive comment of the Black Cement 3s, because there's been a lot of hate floating around on those joints. Thanks for tapping in. Go ahead and like that video. Like the video for us. Go ahead and drop us a like.
Double tap that screen.
Double tap that screen.
Like the video. Chris, good morning.
ATT
Welcome
Chris
to the,
up in here. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what, Mr. Thing? I got something to say about that because, I'm excited for the 2024 pair, right? And I put in the comment section the fact that, you know what, I can't wait to break that sneaker down. I don't want to give too much early information what I want to do, but that shoe is not being appreciated because, again, it goes back to history, but also Nike did not fully give that Black Cement 3 its due justice. I'm going to give you a quick tidbit on that. They said this is an OG. That is a partial OG Black Cement 3. That is not a full OG. And the reason why it's not a full OG because, for one, the cut of the sneaker, I'm going to leave it at that. I can't wait to get that sneaker here. But it is a beautiful sneaker, and I'm very happy what Nike attempted to do. But that is not the full OG spec.
So you're saying the shape is off?
The shape is off.
From the white cement 3s?
The shape is off, yes.
No. You said white cement? He's talking about Black Cement.
I'm talking about the Black Cement.
Hold on. I said the shape is off on, yes, I was referring to the Black Cements, but they said that the white cement 3s were supposed to be OG, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
So, look, I listen, not for nothing. Had the Black Cement 3s came out before the Green Glow 3s, you wouldn't be hearing most of this negativity talk right now. That's really what it comes down to, because when you look at the Green Glow 3s, all you got to do is swap the green out for the red, and they look the exact same.
Oka has just dropped, folks. If you're going for it, tap in.
Good luck, family. Good luck with the drop.
Now. In fact, it was 15,000 pairs in 10.5 and 17,000 pairs in size 11. A lot of pairs out there. To me, that's the only detriment to the Black Cement 3s. And then when you see the difference in the thickness of the leather from the 2018 pair to what we're getting now in 2024, and I have no doubt that it's going to be a great looking shoe to have in hand for real, especially if you don't have a pair of Black Cement 3s.
Yep.
Don't sleep on getting this shoe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't sleep on getting this shoe.
For sure. Right?
Go get the damn shoe. For real.
It's double up worthy. It's double up worthy for sure.
Ooh,
it's double up worthy. It's double up worthy in my opinion.
Even if you have it, refresh it, man. I know I'm double.
Yeah.
I'll make it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's dope.
Buy what you like.
Seriously.
Yep.
ATT Chris in the building. What up, man? What up?
So let me ask y'all this, right? Because part of what's going on too now with Alma Meniere is apparently he's gonna forfeit that $1.2 million. Did you see that?
Yeah.
From James Whitner.
Yep.
So apparently, in reading what it said, it basically said that they were supposed to file something, and then they just never did it on time.
Well, that was purposely done for them not filing on time. Because I mean, think about it, right? You had 33 million out there versus 1.2 or 1.5. Okay, that's a no-brainer for me. I'll forfeit the 1.2, 1.5 if I'm still keeping my 33 million. So I mean, that's a no-brainer. So I think that was strategically and purposely done. And I mean, anybody with half a brain and a half-skilled accountant would have done the same thing.
I'm surprised we haven't really heard more about what's going on with that court case. Where they resolved it though, right?
No, it's still so.
That's
Here's the
saying
thing.
it's so quiet. You haven't heard much about it.
It's so quiet because they're focusing more on the Chinese side of the case as opposed to the Whitner side of the case.
Mm.
That's why they don't care about the Whitner group. They want the Chinese connects. That's what they're focusing on. That's why you don't hear so much about it over here. Over in China, everyone's talking about it.
Mm. Interesting. That's interesting. Huh.
So you probably won't hear a lot of dust being kicked up around it. Like, I mean, we saw a flash in the pan was last year, and then it just boom, it hurried up and went away. And then, you know, now you're starting to see a few of the local places down in Charlotte pick up the story and kind of, you know, rerun it. But there haven't been any new developments that are worth even bringing a spotlight to the Whitner group for right now. They'll be fine.
Yeah. Ken's got a good question here. He said, do you think they would have been better if there was a reimagined instead of remastered? That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's because I remember when they were talking about them being a reimagined and they were going to put the that new buck.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
New buck on there. Man. You know,
You know, the sad thing is,
people would have been complaining.
Wordplay means a lot.
People would have been. You're right. Remember, because it did go from reimagined to remastered.
Remastered, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. I was actually interested to see what a new buck Black Cement 3 would have been like to have in there.
Perp, you don't like it? You don't like it?
But see, that's the whole point of reimagined. Looking at it different.
I was for the new buck here.
I agree 100%. It does defeat the purpose, but
you know, Big Keith, what's up, man?
Big Keith in the building. What up, man?
Big Keith.
Okay, why do you grimace like that, Perp?
I don't know, man. I just there's so many different things that could go wrong with that scenario. I mean, it could be the quality and the craft blend, the build of the shoe itself. I mean, it's a million things that I'm running scenarios in my head with at the same time right now.
Go
ahead.
I was just going to say the closest comparison we have as to what the quality could have been like was those the Dark Noir 3s that they put out there for the ladies.
Yeah, and
I thought the quality on that shoe was actually pretty good.
It is, but it's a lint attractor too. Those things look gray and ashy if they're sitting on your floor for a week.
I mean, that's that material though, because you know, same thing for the White Thunder.
White Thunders.
The stripper 4s.
Stripper 4s.
You know,
which goes back to my point. It's all about the material blend and the build. That's what I'm running back in my head. And I'm just seeing them being sitting on my shelf for 2 weeks, coming back, and they look a completely different color.
But then all you need to do is take like a level 2 brush, like you have here from a Shoevinator, right? Take this guy here, right? You just, you know, brush on the shoe, get some of that off of there. Comes off real quick, nice and easy, you know.
Don't forget to tap into your kicks 26 for the Reshoevinator and J_Elevate. There we go. Yeah. But here's the thing though. If you're a busy person, which a lot of us are, who really wants to take the time to do that every time you go to put on a silhouette? You want to grab and go.
Right. Don't keep them in a dusty area.
Right?
Hey,
there it is.
In like one of the cases.
There it is.
You gotta keep them in a case. There's a lot of people though that keep them in cases now. So
yeah, that's the thing. I'm too old school. I hear you. Is out there. I'm raw dogging.
Whoa. Hey y'all, that man said with no socks.
Oh.
Yeah, how you gonna grip the floor, son? You want to
Ooh.
take your pterodactyls and dig into the floor?
Not the pterodactyls.
You won't be like, what my man say? Mars Blackman,
Oh.
he don't take them shoes off for nobody. Remember
Oh man.
that? Straight up in his Jordans.
Oh.
The most
Hey, did y'all
crazy
see what
thing I've
Fax
seen
said?
so far is
Any W's yet? Any W's yet?
Yeah,
the
anybody got
craziest
any
thing I've seen
dubs?
is when
Any
people
dubs
are
out there?
wearing slides with no socks in public, and you are not by a pool. Can't do it.
Slide. Oh, I barely see that. You know what's crazy to me is the people that wear slides with the thong flip flop joints.
No.
Like,
yeah,
bro,
no. No.
you out here looking like you at a Japanese dojo or something.
Arigato.
Yo.
Hey, listen, I gotta say this, fam, for real.
Yo.
And fam, this is for everybody, bro. Listen, if you want to have your toes out, that's great. Okay, put some Vaseline on them heels, bro, because sometimes lotion don't suck up the husk on them heels. So you know,
Not the husk.
Pause.
Back in them heels, bro, for real.
Hey, chat. 332 Sunset Drive. If you want a free bottle of baby oil or baby lotion,
Oh.
Miami, Florida.
Ooh.
Man.
Ooh.
Man, oh, hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I am out here in Colorado, and it is dry out here. There's a lot of cracked heels out here, and people show those off with pride,
Yes.
with glee and pride. I mean, they're proud of their cracked feet out here.
No, bro. Please use the cheese shredder, bro.
Hold
Please.
up.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
we got a super chat.
Hey.
We got a super chat here. Elliot Hill gonna do big things at Nike. Stay tuned. Love you. Hey man, we appreciate that $5 super chat for real, bro.
Hey man, shout out Keith.
Shout out, Keith.
Big
Hey,
Keith shouting out his new boss.
Hey,
You better talk good about him.
Yeah, right.
Hey, G Fisher
For
said we the
real.
best guys. Just restock.
Really? The DJ Khaled
Fish, what up,
joints.
Breaking news.
Hey, G Fish, where? What site? I ain't get that joint yet.
Hey, we gotta get G Fish up on the panel sometime, bro. My man.
Yeah, let's do it.
My man is a wealth of knowledge right now. My man is a wealth of knowledge for real.
He said on Snipes.
On Snipes, okay.
Tyler said on Snipes too.
Okay,
Let's
on
see.
Snipes.
Appreciate it, G Fish. Let's go to
Yeah, we
Snipes.
appreciate that for real.
Hey yo, Lewis, I'm looking at these. I know you like Spizikes. I'm looking at these Spizike Brown. What is it? Flax Black Sandrift. Man, actually, that
Yeah,
colorway
I'm
don't
on
look
it
bad.
right now, man. I'm looking
Where'd
at
you
it.
see him? Where'd you see him?
I'm on the Nike app. Yeah, take a look at those Spizikes right there.
There's another Spizike colorway?
Yeah, it don't look bad at all, man. Perfect for fall. We talking about these fall colors. Look at that kick.
Honestly, I'm waiting on these the Toro joint. Oh, I see what you're saying. This brown, yeah.
We the best.
These brown joints that are on there, yeah, they're nice. They're clean.
We
They
the
don't look
best.
bad at all.
What material is that though?
I don't see it. I'm looking.
Oh, hold up. Look what Nike does. The Toro joints is on there.
Jay, you.
Oh yeah.
The Toro Spizikes are on there.
Okay, I got those
Yep.
already. Okay,
Whoa.
good looking.
Full size run too.
Whoa. What's this colorway?
Yeah, that's the brown one I'm talking about, right?
That's the brown one you're talking about? Because there's a one that's white and brown, but this one here. Oh.
Yeah. That was the one I was talking about. That brown joint.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was like that. That looks
Ooh.
pretty nice for fall. That's the one I was talking about.
Way under retail and secondary market on the Spizike. Okay.
Look,
Ooh, yeah,
those
these
are the
look
best
like,
restocks, man.
You know what these remind me of?
Nike never sells out.
Yeah, true that.
You know what these remind me of? You remember the Justin Timberlake threes that I did a little video on
JT3s, yeah.
with the receiver? That's what this colorway reminds me of.
Huh.
Especially with that lighter brown material.
I will say that's a nice colorway.
It is.
lighter
It
brown
actually is
material.
pretty nice. The color.
Man, look, Nike be silent when they drop these Spizikes, bro. Well, I gotta get these Toros.
I'm not a Spizike. I seen the Toros in person. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I'm not a Spizike fan, but I will say that colorway is nice. That colorway.
Did anybody go for these Mocha Lows?
Yeah.
Anybody?
cop 'em? I was
Anybody go for them?
Hey, so Fag just
I
said
have
you're
the
gonna tell
highs.
me in 12 minutes not one of us have a W or any result on the Jordan 1 low. So
I didn't touch them.
I didn't go
I didn't
for
touch
him. I have the
I
highs.
didn't go for him.
Sneakerhead, just a sneakerhead. What up, man? What's up, brother?
bro?
What up? What up?
Full size run. And
I mean, look, with the amount of pairs they allegedly dropped.
Hey, the
should
White
be
Shepherd, he
upset,
just
man.
said, I got my first pair of phones. Hey, congratulations, fam. Those are the most comfortable shoes ever.
Speaking of foams, I think foams is like actually having like a comeback in popularity. Would you all agree with that?
It's trying. I'm gonna say trying.
I honestly though, I've seen an uptick, especially like looking on Twitter. I've seen an uptick in the amount of people that are talking about the foam posits one, but also actually going out and copping the foams. You know, like the penny foam posits that drop.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people that went after that shoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't forget about the Tekkens.
I was
Supposedly,
just gonna say the Tekkens collab.
are those supposed to drop next week? Because sometimes the information switches up so quick. And if last time I looked, it was supposed to be next week that sneaker drops, but I feel like it's not gonna do that on the same week as the Travis. I don't think that's gonna happen. Because on Nice Kicks, man, Nice Kicks lately been a little bit lagging on the dates, bro. So you know what I'm saying? I just don't see them trying to pull out a Tekken and a Travi on the same week. That's crazy. I mean, if so be it.
I mean, look, with what we might get for next year, listen, all types of stuff are going to drop in the same week. So, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible that they drop it. Why not? Why not?
You said why not? Just
Sell.
let it go.
They'll sell.
Let it fly.
They'll sell.
Oh, I think the Tekken's gonna sell out, bro. I'm gonna go for the Tekkens.
Tekkens will sell out.
I just said this, bro. Like in my opinion, I don't know. It's somewhere around here. I don't know.
Yo, 175 for a hoodie is crazy.
I feel like
From who?
the only problem with the Tekkens is just like the eggplants, bro. It's just got it got that like electric look to it on the side, but that's the only problem. It's kind of like pretty much the same colorway. They kind of should have did something else.
All right, who here actually went for the Mocha 1 lows? Anybody in the chat go for
that? Anybody in chat go for those? Anybody? They're sitting right now. They're available.
Yep. I'm gonna go pick them up. I don't know, one day next week.
Yeah, you can go to the store and grab them.
Well,
you can go to the store and grab them.
There's your answer. I don't think a lot of people went for them, bro.
Now the quality of the shoe is awesome. But the creasing, oh man, you were definitely gonna be disappointed with the creasing. Creasing on them is horrendous. After the third wear.
On the Mocha lows?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that toe box is like that, but there's different things out here to help prevent that creasing.
Yeah, but for the Mocha 1 lows though, they have worse creasing than your typical Jordan 1. And this is coming from someone who has the Coral Jordan 1 lows, which is the worst shoe to crease. And mine still look great, But I say the Mocha 1 lows, they're like hold my beer.
He said, "Hold my beer." He said, "You want to see some creasing? I got you
right now."
But not for nothing though. On a Jordan 1, I don't know so much of a low, but on a Jordan 1, a little bit of creasing can actually make the shoe look better.
Yeah, depending on the leather quality, of course. Yeah,
agreed.
Look, creases tell stories, man.
My Obsidian ones, and Mr. Thing Impossible will probably agree with me. They have those creases, but man, they give it more flavor, man. They give it more. Man,
because it's premium leather. It's premium leather, bro.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
As opposed to taking something else. I mean, the Brotherhoods. I know people are like, "Why, really?" But the Brotherhood's premium leather.
Brotherhood's
look
got great
good.
leather.
You know, when you crease them.
Another Jordan 1 with great leather on is actually the Fusion Reds.
Yes, the Ronald McDonald's. Yes.
Ronald McDonald
Oh
joints.
yeah.
They got great leather on them too.
Yep.
Wow.
You know.
Yep.
Yo, just a sneakerhead said he copped the mochas for $70
Whew.
on him.
I would pay
How did you do
70.
that?
Now that's a come up.
How did you do
$20
that?
off of coupon when you purchase that shoe as well.
Now that's a come up.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
G-Fish, we saw the 5s.
Yep.
Shout out to everybody who tapped in right now. Jeffrey Flight's in here. Dwight
What up?
Shepherd, he said, y'all remember the Spider-Man OG ones? I need a size 11. They're the only ones I would wear.
Yep. Have those. Love them.
The Spider-Man
the
one
original
was so
Spider-Man
good.
joints?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You wear them though?
Wait, you said that's the only ones you would wear? Why is that?
That's what
Probably been about 3 years.
No, yeah, no, I peeped that. Yeah, I was asking him why. I'm just curious. Why is that the only ones you would wear?
Shoot,
So not the
wanna wear a pair
2.0s,
of
but the OGs. Gotcha.
Yeah. See, I have the 2.0s. I don't have the OG.
See, I have both. Well, I had both. I got rid of the 2.0s, but
Yep.
yeah.
Is the market down on those Spider-Man ones also?
That's a good question. Let's take a gander.
Let's take a quick look, fellas.
Look, see.
I'm willing to say absolutely not.
I'm willing to say a little bit. Yeah.
I think they probably are. Everything else has been. Let's see. We'll just go
icy bottoms. Okay.
I literally just fat fingered everything.
515 for a size 12. Oh, yo, pause. Size 12, 515. Size 11 and a half, 549. Size 11, 500. Size 10 and a half, 570. So no, those prices have not moved. And that's for the OG. The 2.0 size 12 is 230. Ugh.
Are you looking on StockX?
Of course.
Yeah.
Where else would we look?
Yeah.
Okay. You know I don't mess with the X, so.
Ooh.
Okay,
it's 192 for a size 13.
So let's see here. Let's look at in the past 3 months.
Did you bring it up on screen? I'll give you the layout if you want it. No.
All right, hold on. Let me configure my screen here so I can.
I ain't gonna lie, those Spider-Man OG ones is so fire, bro. Like, man, that shoe. If they gave us a Spider-Man one low just like that, the community would lose their minds, bro. At least I know I would.
Let me see here.
Refresh your screen, Fat.
Yeah. Are you pending for these mochas? That's
if
crazy.
you pending, close the app out, go back in, bro.
That's crazy. Yo, shout out to my guy.
Yeah, I think my screen should be ready to share.
Superfly
Kicks. Size 11 and 12 Jordan 1 low mocha. Okay, Grumpy, congrats.
So here we go. In the past 3 months, we've gone to 550. It's dropped as low as like 467, and this is the size. I forgot what size I'm even looking at, but
it's all good.
Up here, jumped to 600. Dropped down to 400 again. Up to 600, and now it's down around 5s, trending, and flattening out. So, yeah, I mean they're still up there. And here's the thing, though, because that shoe came out when
2018.
2018. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, be very careful trying to get this shoe dead stock. It's been 6 years since that shoe came out. To me, the dead stock pairs are going to probably start to dwindle. And there might be some fakes out there in the market. I know they make them. I know they make them for a fact. I know they make them.
Yeah.
So be careful out there trying to get that shoe if you actually want them.
I got a question about reps, UAs, fakes, whatever. Do they replicate literally everything or just certain kicks? Like, would you be safe to go pick up like probably not even a Jordan 1 Royal reimagined, because I know there were reps of those, but what's a safe, good kick for you to buy and be like, they don't even rep these?
Marina Blue.
You're safe. No sneaker is safe.
Marina blue.
Marina blue. Okay.
You just got to think of the most obscure, like completely like pimped out GR.
Right.
Brotherhood. Then we gonna say the
Nah.
Brotherhoods too.
Nah. I'm
No,
telling you
Brotherhoods
now,
were repped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They have. But see,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
think
saying.
nothing's
Like,
safe.
like, is anything safe?
Good
I don't
morning,
think there's
Grumpy. Good morning, fam.
I don't think
Come on,
there's
Grump.
a Jordan sneaker out there they have not tried to replicate.
That could be safe. Yeah.
I don't think no sneaker is safe, bro.
Right.
No
Matter of
sneaker.
fact, I remember when they replicated a Jordan 1 and it had a Z Sneakerheads imprint on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
his little tag that he puts on his pictures whenever he posts like the early pictures.
Yeah,
Bro.
watermark.
Yeah, they made one. They made them and they had it on the heel. Oh man.
dang. Well, there's that.
One of
Oh,
one.
speaking of the Jordan 1, damn, how am I forgetting my guy's name?
Just the unloved ones.
Sneakerhead game. Sneakerhead
Oh,
game dropped
Sneakerhead
this
game.
video. Yeah, he dropped this video. The Black Toes. What's your guys' thoughts on them?
It's a must cop.
Same here.
It's a
Are you okay with no wings logo? Is it bothering you at all?
no, bro. This
You good?
listen. This is not like this is a sample pair that has never been released. Nike is giving us things that we have been asking for. This is a must cop, in my opinion, to have in a collect. I have to have this bad boy in my
Same here.
collect.
Same here. It's
So-
a Mando capo for me.
So like my guy G Fish, if he's still in here, said Nike been giving us that baking soda though. And in a sense, I got what he was saying because we looked at the Jordan 1 Rare Airs, and both of those shoes have just Air Jordan written on the collar. So, while granted, yes, this black toe is supposed to be the representative of the prototype Jordan 1 that never got released because they found, they put the Wings logo on there. I think they should have went all the way, in my opinion, and maybe gave us like even the old style shape on the shoe.
I agree.
I think they should have went all the way in that aspect. So we're getting the version 2 shape of the Jordan 1 with the prototype elements. And not for nothing, the packaging is there. With the print of Mike, standing at the playground with the shoe over his shoulder. Great paper inside, you know what I mean? We got the signature on the inside.
You got the signature on the side. Yeah.
Like there's a lot of great things about that shoe to love.
Yeah.
There is. There is. But I would say to really put it over the top, maybe giving us the OG shape to basically go all the way.
Yeah.
And I do remember the Rare Air.
And like the icing on top.
I do remember the Rare Air. Outside of the Rare Air, is there any other one out there with that on there?
Well, there was a red and a blue pair.
Red and blue pair, yeah.
There was a red pair and a blue pair. Outside of those, I don't think that they have just Air Jordan written on the collar that, with a Wings logo.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
I don't mind it at all.
Double up for me, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, that might be a double up. I will say this though.
I mean, to hear you say that, Jay, is amazing because you've been on the ones. You've been telling them they need to stop making ones,
bro. And they do need to stop making ones, and they do. I do not.
Let's clarify. That's after he gets his pair, though.
I don't take that back. I don't take that back. I really do think so. Only thing is, I would say with this particular pair, I think as though they got Jordan signature on the inside. I think what they could have done, they could have had it wear a black light or something like that, or that little piece would have lit up at night. I think just a little bit of tad something, just that little would have been different, or even they just would have had it on a black marker. That's the only thing I think they could have done something to kind of like give us that extra over there. But it's definitely a double up, bro. It is. And yes, they need to stop making ones. I stand on that 100%.
I hate the packaging.
You don't like
Packaging
the
is
packaging.
phenomenal.
You don't like the packaging.
The box itself is this cheaply like blurred grain photoshopped image of Jordan on the box. It's not clear. It's not concise. It looks like something I took from a Polaroid back in '86.
Maybe that's what they're going for.
You think they're going for that nostalgic
Maybe they're
or
going for
vintage
that
look?
nostalgic age look.
Nah, that's not nostalgic age look. That's nostalgic bullshit. It's poor quality.
My man said it's etch a sketched. Hold on now. What are we?
They needed to have fixed that. It's not nostalgic. It's just very poor, low quality, and a lot of people may disagree, and I don't really care. But from my perspective, I'm over analytical when it comes to packaging and things like that. And if you're going to create a most sought after shoe, like most people are going in an era right now where ones are well under the mark, right? And you come out with this, you got to execute across the board. You got to execute on packaging, on materials, on build, on marketing, across the board. And to me, that's the one black eye for that whole project.
All right. I'm gonna have to address the way Jay just pressed that enter button. So Jay, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take this because you were so passionate about what you just did.
Yes. So, John said, "Hey, man, they need to pretty much take a break on the ones and make a comeback." And I agree 100% with him. Let them boys rest. Put them bad boys somewhere up for a couple of years, and I've said it, 2 to 3 years, and just give us something that we have never seen before, something so unique. I agree with him 1,000%, bro. Like, respect to the ones. I don't disrespect the ones. I understand, but they need to take a rest. And then we have one of the fan right here, TTV, right? He went on ahead and said, "Hey, man, they need to start making more 8s and 10s. Y'all know I am an 8 lover, and I love my 10s. So, yes, they need to bring back the nostalgia of those 8s and 10s, fam. I agree with you 1,000%. Cut those ones, put them back, and add them 8s and them 10s to the game. Let's go."
Yes, sir. Hey, yo, shout out to, this is one of my personal friends right here. This is my guy, Sean Lee, 10-back bowling outfitters for all my bowling family, especially back east, because I know you'll be tapping in. Shout out to my bowling family, 10-back bowling outfitters. Check out the YouTube channel, man. Tap in. Go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to my guy right there. Yeah. You're a bowler, Jay. You're a bowler, Jay. That's my guy right there.
Hey, bro, I'm definitely gonna subscribe. And okay.
And Sean is a sneakerhead too.
I'm a fake bowler. I'm a baby. I'm a little baby.
Look, man. A bowler's a bowler, man.
So for 2025, they are dropping 2 pairs of 8s, 2 pairs of 10s.
Yep.
Someone just said that they ruined the 110 with the toe cap on there, but that's supposed to be a reimagined pair. That's supposed to be a reimagined pair, right? Because they originally were going to release them with the. Actually, did they not put them out with the toe cap and then they put out pairs without the toe cap?
So what happened was when they dropped the 10s with the toe cap, there were very, very few that they dropped with the toe cap because the community complained about it.
Correct.
They took those pairs back, took the toe cap off and pushed them back out. But for me, I'm all about the toe cap. I hope they give us that toe cap for 2025. I prefer the toe cap.
So the toe cap.
No Hype said it looks goofy.
Yeah, you don't like them. You don't like them.
He said it looked.
Hey, you know what the goofy
the toe cap.
Yo,
I prefer the toe cap.
Oh my god.
I love the toe cap, man.
Yeah. My man said bring back Olympic 7s, Raptor 7s, DMP 7. Listen, man, they need to stop disrespecting the 7 for real.
Man.
But here's the problem, though. It's you know, with a lot of the 7s. Okay, how about this? How about they actually take a look at what their price point is on a lot of these shoes, and they need to really switch that up.
Yes.
Now, I've never seen a company ever go backwards in their prices. But, you know, like a Jordan 7, it shouldn't be over 200. Those should be 190. Now, with the Raptor 7s, Olympic 7s, that might be a different story. You know what I mean? But when you put out some of these, I don't know. Actually, when I go to think about it, most of the 7s we got, most of them are OG colors that they dropped as of late anyway. or colors that they put out before, right?
Yeah. So where
The
you kids?
Jordan 3, like the Jordan 3s, the Jordan 3s to me, most of them should not be at that $200 price point. They should be at that 190 price point.
Where your kicks? Let me ask you a question, right? And you
But
brought you said something very interesting, and I don't disagree with you, but I feel like what Nike should do is the sneakers that they've known this brand like fives or fours, whatever the case may be. If they're going for 150, then Nike need to go ahead and start selling those price points for that retail for what people are picking them up for.
yeah, but they won't do it
Of
because
course.
if they go ahead and drop the prices, then they're going to have an issue now with their shares. People are going to start dumping their shares again because Nike's now going backwards in their price points, which then reflects that, oh, well, we're having a hard time selling the shoes, so now we need to lower the price point. They won't do it for that reason, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, just for us talking right now, some of these shoes that they put out there, they should not be at some of the price points that they're trying to put them out.
Most
Not for nothing, the black cement 3s, what's the real justification for putting them at 220? What's the real justification for putting them at 220? To me, they should be no more than 210.
I don't disagree
black
with
cement 3s that are coming out.
You want to know what, Lewis?
I don't disagree.
You actually bring up a good point. I do think it'd be challenging for Nike in particular to drop their prices and then because it would have an impact on their overall profit, which will have an impact on stock price and share value because investors are going to start to see a decline. Let me I'm going to talk about this very quickly, but this I don't think this applies to Nike, but I'm going to use Tesla because I invest in Tesla and I know a lot about the stock. When it comes to big purchases due to the interest rates, and the Fed just did a 0.50 interest rate cut, right? But when it comes down to interest rates, people hold off on making big purchases, homes, cars, right? So the automotive sector tends to hurt when you have higher interest rates. So what Tesla did in order to balance out the higher interest rates, Tesla actually lowered their prices significantly in order to match that. So watch this, as interest rates come down, Tesla's going to begin to rise the prices of their cars, and it's going to offset like this. That's going to be the supply and demand behind Tesla itself, or should I say the automotive sector. But Tesla did bring down the cost of their vehicles to offset the higher interest rates, and they're going to raise it. Trust me, they're going to raise it right back up as interest rates go down. I'm not trying to compare the two, Nike and Tesla, but I think it'd be a little bit more difficult if Nike was to do that.
But then on the back end as well, again, I'm a bigger picture type of guy, so I always look at things from a broader perspective. The conflict that's going on right now with China and Taiwan, that sets a very heavy precedence on Nike because their three main manufacturing factories are in three different provinces of China. So tariffs, which we want to talk about as far as the election goes right now, is going to be front and center. Tariffs have a heavier weighted value than most Americans can even fathom or realize right now. There are a lot of things at stake with this election right now. We're not going to go political right now, but you can look it up and see what the correlation is. So, of course, those prices are going to reflect that of what's going on right now with the war in Ukraine, but more specifically, what's going on with China trying to take over Taiwan, which the U.S. still wants to keep a foothold on in order for us to have visibility into what's happening in China right now.
The tariffs are going to be so bigly.
I mean,
that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I mean, it's a good point on that. Like,
and Mr. Think, I agree with you, bro. Definitely about the Tesla situation, but we also got to know when technology gets older, it gets cheaper. So that's also another reason why Tesla's able to, drop those prices like that. But to caveat that, what I'm saying is like, you're right where your kicks as well. Hey, Nike will never drop that price to that 150, 160, which I think they should, because at the end of the day, right? If sneakers are selling at that price point and people not buying them like us, they're gonna have to drop the price anyway
Yeah, put them
to
on
move
sale.
to move it. So I don't disagree with you
Yeah.
at all. I'm just saying at the end of the day, when it comes to the shareholders or not, if we don't buy, they got to drop the price anyway, because we are the ones who are allowing the organizations to say, hey, oh, y'all gonna pay 300 for this?
But look,
Why not?
But to your point, right? Now, yesterday, how easy was it to cop them on my force?
It might have been easy for you, but I had to wait 18 minutes.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
It was a joke, man. Come relax.
Hold on a second. They were, what I'm getting at is the fact that they were sitting around, right? Would you all agree with that?
Yeah. Oh, facts.
Would you all agree with
Facts.
that? Shout out to Tyler with a $10 super chat.
Tyler Building.
Right, Tyler.
Appreciate the super chat. But look, as that release was going on, as the fours were sitting around on Amma Minger's website, the amount of people that were going on StockX and buying the damn shoe, bro, it was absolutely crazy to see. There were over 200 pairs sold on StockX the day of the release.
Oh, what were they selling for?
Then that's when I looked. I know the big size, I think a size 12 was like 290 or something like that. But the numbers is overall. It was an overall how many pairs were selling. And I'm like, why are people buying these off StockX when you can just get them right on the website? And this is what happened even with with a bunch of other releases. People will, the date of the release, they won't even go to the store websites or anything like that. They'll just go straight to StockX or GOAT and just start buying them off of there. And mind you, they're at least still 40, 50 bucks above the retail price. Plus you got fees on top. So when you see stuff like that happen, it's like, well, what incentive does Nike really have to really lower the price point on the shoes? They'll let them sit because there's people actually picking them up at that retail price and beyond.
So, Lewis, here's something else to think about. You may have seen this too in the Discord. The lines at all three locations, Social Status, APB, and Amaminier, were round the corner to get the sneaker. When people are like, why are you guys standing in line for 4 hours when you can go directly to the site right now and just cop the shoe?
Well, not for nothing. You're right about that. You're right. But would you not say that to go, listen, I have yet to be able to go into one of those stores. I've yet to be able to go into an Amaminier, Social Stat, APB. None of them. I think the closest one is near where Jay lives. So I'd have to travel way across state to check out one of those stores. Not for nothing, it could be there's an experience that they provide in the store for people that go pick them up physically. Jay, when you hit on what did you hit?
I hit on a girl dance from Social Status.
Oh, that's right. So they didn't. Okay, so they wouldn't necessarily do much for that for a Kobe to drop in there. But if you had an opportunity, I wonder if they were doing anything for people that hit on the Amaminier pairs, if they have any type of thing in the store.
So no, I will say this. Okay. I will say this about why people would go to Social Status, APB, or go to Amaminier is because they're trying to copy it right then and there. They don't want to wait for their pairs, because Purple Haze and I talked about this, and I made a comment, and Purple said, hold on, Jay, stop. I said because the Amaminier Air Jordan 4s did not sell out, I hope their shipping is better. We should not be waiting 3 weeks for our pairs, because Amaminier is known to have a terrible logistical standpoint when it comes to pushing out pairs. We should not be waiting very long.
Well, let's be fair, because the 3s shipped pretty quickly.
No.
The black 3s did. In the past, yes. We all remember what happened with the 5s. You were 1,000%. The 5s was terrible. The 5s was terrible. Their whole logistics was terrible on a lot of the shoes that they put out there.
Yeah,
But the threes, they did very well on shipping the threes out.
I
They
agree.
did.
I don't know.
They
I
did.
may disagree with both of you all on that because we got our threes pretty quick. All
That's
four
what I
of
said.
us.
Yeah.
But there are people that just now, last week alone, are getting their threes.
That's nuts.
No.
No,
That's crazy.
Seriously?
You can't make this up.
No.
I'm a Meniere. They're just now getting them.
So
Nah.
there's a very broad spectrum with who's able to get their shoes very fast versus a huge delay in shipping. So I got to disagree with that. It's like you're right, but you're wrong at the same time when you think about it from that perspective. Like, just imagine you hit, and Lewis, this was a Discord win. You hit on the Discord. You hit on the Discord.
People are
your shoe did
just
not come
now.
until the following release. That's
Just
wild.
now.
That's scandalous.
Wild to me.
Yeah.
So, and this is
We
why I
were
said
lucky. All four of us were lucky.
correct, but and this is why I said we should not have any issues receiving our pairs because they didn't sell out. And Purple
Correct.
Haze was like, bro, you right.
They should be easy to ship. We should have Monday at least. We should have tracking.
Yeah, we should have tracking today. We should have tracking today.
Do we? Nope.
I said should.
Oh yeah. No, I went to look. I went to look on my phone real quick to see maybe if something popped up. Nothing as of yet. Yeah, I mean, listen, you're right. Wait, maybe we should have tracking already today. I'll say Monday. We should definitely have tracking by then. Or yeah. Now, the other thing too is the other thing too is I wonder what they did to drop the shipping costs. Because remember, it used to be like $25. Was it like $25 for shipping from Alma Meniere?
Wowzers.
Yeah, something wild. Yeah.
You remember it used to be that, and now it's down to $16. You know what I mean? And not for nothing, what happened with were the white and burgundy threes supposed to be a friends and family? And the other pair of fours, are they supposed to be friends and family? Or are they just not coming out with them?
Yeah, I don't know.
So the Burgundy Crush were originally supposed to be a general release, and then they switched them over without making the official announcement to friends and family, which is what that EA was about the other day. It was for those, for friends and family. So that's why no matter what email you use, it never would have worked because you weren't.
Oh, that was for.
You weren't on
different
that
colorway for.
Correct. You weren't on that curated list with your name, your first name, last name, and your email.
That's what that was?
Yes.
I thought it was just EA for this shoe that just dropped.
No.
Oh.
That's why no matter what email any of us use, it wouldn't matter because we're not on that curated list.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That's my favorite pair, the Burgundy Crush. To me, the Burgundy Crush is the way better pair. Way better pair.
Well, I mean, you're a fan of white shoes, mainly white shoes. So I get it. But I guess in looking at those in the original Alma threes, what would you have picked? The originals or the Burgundy Crush?
Oh, OGs.
Okay.
OGs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you know what? It's crazy too because we were talking about the original OG3 release, and I made a comment. I stated it was easy for me to cop a pair, and there was someone in the chat was like, "No, it was a very hard cop." I'm like, maybe for you, but Tony D2 Wild just did a video just yesterday or day before yesterday, and he even noted how easy it was to get that shoe back then because nobody knew about Alma. Nobody knew about them. They didn't have the hype and the reputation that they have today, right? It was their first one. It was their pilot.
Correct.
So it was readily anybody could have gone in because I think I got mine the week after it dropped, and it was easy. It was easy.
Yeah, the Raised by Women's. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't understand where someone thought that it was a hard cop because it was never a hard cop because no one knew about it.
I guess if you had to wait on the website for a while. I know my one friend said he waited about 12 minutes before he was able to finally go ahead and check out.
Uh,
And Ken put a good question in there. Why were they canceling orders? People were getting their orders canceled.
for
I
which
have-
one? For the
I have
OG.
no
Force.
clue. That's
For the
crazy.
floors.
Yeah, you know what? They dropped that
Right.
yesterday, Lewis, in the Discord too, but I don't know what they were referring to. What
Yeah,
orders?
people were getting their orders canceled on them.
But they were also saying people were getting their orders canceled on the 3s as well, but that didn't impact too many people.
Well, it's interesting. I wonder if when we look at what happened with the 3s, where
3s, the whole payment issue.
yeah, the payment issues and stuff. I wonder if that's what caused them to switch up how they were doing this release.
Yeah.
I wonder.
ATT Chris just made a point. The only thing I could think of maybe for bots or something that changed, because 5 minutes before they released it on the site, they switched servers. I don't know if anyone noticed that.
Yes, it was a whole different web page
Yeah,
for
and
the Ford.
that goes
Yeah.
into ATT Chris's point, bot
Yeah.
protection in a sense.
Yeah, that was a that's actually a decent way to switch up on the bots like that.
Yep.
That
Mhm.
is.
Mm-hmm.
That is. Yeah, because
Um,
they were all set up for that particular, the regular I'm in your website, and there
Yep.
was a whole different site that you actually. Now, how did you get to it? Because I got to it through my email. I saw the link in the email. Did you go to Discord?
I heard people say that, but no, I just went directly to the site. I went.
I did the same. I did the same.
So yeah, in my email, it was easy for me to just
do it that way.
Because I got the email. When did I get the email for it? It must have been like an hour before the release or something. They put emails out, and it had the link that took you to like the password page.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I went straight on my phone, man.
I know people were saying if they went on the computer, they were screwed.
I went right on my phone, and I had to wait 18 minutes. So that's how I did it.
It's interesting though. The well, I guess they can only handle but so many checkouts at a time, right? When they're not using a mass
Maybe
system
so.
like EQL or whatever, or have the luxury of all the different websites. You know, it's interesting too, seeing as how usually, right, they would release social status, they would release APB. So maybe they just consolidated all the pairs that they would have released at those other places and put it all in one central location.
Yeah.
Which is why it seems like there were so many more pairs as well, instead of spreading it out to the other different websites.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. I got something, man. So,
you need to get an email.
yeah. Give me a second, y'all. So I see this is to answer Conquest, and for John, I want to say this, bro. Like, I love Asics, bro. Asics are fire. If you guys have not checked out my Asics Marvel Kith review, man, check it out. Definitely a fire sneaker, man. Y'all asked for it. I delivered y'all, so check it out. And I definitely want to say, man, the Sauconys, bro. I'm mad I didn't have enough time. Man. I was too late for the J tips, man, this week. I'm mad about that. I took too long and the J tips sold out, man. So that's my fault, man.
Listen, this is why I'm trying to tell you, you got to get Soul Retriever, because there were a couple restock links out there on them J tips.
Well, when you're busy and it's too late, it's just too late.
My man said, just got my Green Goblins. And not for nothing, when we were talking about shipping, what was up with the shipping of the Marvel pack?
Yeah,
why'd that take so long to ship out? It's like,
So
were they making them?
Yeah,
they had the orders in. Like, all right, let's start.
That's
making
crazy.
Them.
Yeah, it is crazy, man. And really, they said that the Magnetos and the Silver Surfers were the first two that really went out, and then everything else kind of like was a trickle effect. So, yeah. And Mike said he still haven't gotten his pair.
He still hasn't gotten his pair.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But
man, that is crazy.
Tell you.
Hold on a second, Jay. Hold on a second, Jay. But bring that box back up.
Yeah, check that review out, fam.
That's a dope box.
It is.
Yeah, this is just the sleeve. This is not even the box. The sleeve.
Oh yeah.
This the box.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's tough.
So,
Yeah.
That is tough.
That's nice.
you know what I mean?
You
So,
can tell it took them a long time to make that.
Yeah, fam. You know,
Man,
and I did not get
we all know
the
that's
PSA
just
graded.
print.
Huh?
We all know that's just print on the cardboard, bro. I think you trolling Perp. Are you trolling Perp?
I'm trolling.
I'm trolling.
Yeah.
Good
Nah,
catch.
it's dope though. It is dope.
Yep.
I like the way they made those for real. It's nice.
Yeah, they did
Now,
their thing for real.
Well, you know what? I'd automatically say that the packaging on there was better than the Ninja Turtle Adidas packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely better packaging than that.
Yep.
Yeah. Even though the way they did the Ninja Turtle shell toes was nice, I don't know why they released the shredders and splinters here in America. I don't know what's up with that, Adidas.
It's supposed to be coming in the next month, a month and a half, or something like that from Nice Kicks. Supposedly,
Now
shredders
they're
released.
finally doing it.
I believe
America?
it's Nice Kicks. Let me tell you what Nice Kicks claims. No, I mean, I'm not saying they're wrong, but they have not been.
Bro, it's been how long?
They haven't been on. Their time frame has been off a little bit because of all the changes as well.
Jesus.
So I'm tracking December 31st is what it says. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Master Splinter, supposedly the 31st, bro.
Okay. G-Fish, bring back the Jordan face boxes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, technically, we're getting it with the black toe ones, right?
Yep.
Technically. But yes, some of them old Jordan boxes, bro. I wish they'd bring those back.
Mm-hmm.
And remember they used to have like the card in there too?
Yes. We need that.
Like, why'd they stop doing all that? Like, you raised the prices and gave us less as far as the packaging is concerned.
Bro, I agree with you.
What's up with the Jordan dual packs?
That's why
the last time we got a Jordan dual pack. Now look, if they drop one, how much would it be though? It'd be like $500.
Like $500, man. It'd be like $5 bills.
That's why I feel like ASICS smashed it out the box because they gave us the Venom and Spider-Man dual pack. They gave it to us.
How much was that dual pack? $300?
$300.
$300, yeah.
Silver Surfers was 180.
Yeah. I mean, look, they did a good job with the Marvel pack. Look, not for nothing, ASICS does pretty good with the collabs that they work with. Saucony does good with the collabs that they work with, and Saucony itself too. Like, I seen some of the shoes that they put out. They got like a skater type shoe that they put out there. Not for nothing, it's decent material on there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, still Saucony. Most people ain't really rocking with them like that. ASICS, most people ain't. I mean, you got people wearing it. Listen, a lot of people are talking about they need more comfort in their shoes, which is why now they're rocking the running shoe or the dad shoe. You know what I mean?
So I will say this, bro. Like when it comes to comfort, ASICS is definitely comfortable. And when ASICS, this is the second year ASICS has done something super dope in a row. And I feel like if you do it one time, that's all you really need. Like, this is why I think ASICS, when they do their 1 year collab, it just smacks everything out the box. And then when it comes to the Saucony, yes, they're not like the biggest brand anymore, but when they do a collaboration release, they hurting everybody's feelings as well. They hurting the big brand organizations because the J-Tips, the Harlows, the Jack Harlows, they smacking everybody out the box with the colorways. We got to be honest with that aspect, and pricing as well. I mean, it's comparable, but it's just something different.
Well, you can't say pricing is better, right?
No, I said they're ASICS. Comparable. They're comparable.
You know what I'm saying?
Comparable.
So, yeah. We should when we get close to the end of the year, we should probably like go through all the collabs that dropped and try to like rank them. Try to rank the collabs out.
It's a good idea.
That'd be a good one. So
you know what's crazy? I pretty much made my determination. What's the collab of the year? But I agree with you. We should do that.
Damn, collab of the year.
I've already made my mind.
That's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. We should. And to see
let me ask you real quick, just for context, the Wizard of Oz SBs, is that considered a collab?
I would guess so. Yes.
Based on the Marvel pack thing, so that's a collab. So the Wizard of Oz is okay. So that was okay.
Collab. Right. Yeah.
So for context, that's a collab. Okay. Mm-hmm. So just so when we go to compile the starts and lists and stuff like that, like we all have the right context that we're pulling in all the shoes that we should pull in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah. Yep. Hey fam, I gotta get going. I got some personal things I gotta take care of. Listen, man, chat, double tap that screen. Without y'all, my channel is not possible, and this would not be possible as well, man. Please subscribe to Wear Your Kicks 26. Mr. Think I'm Possible, my brother Purple Haze channel is coming. And hey, if you have not subscribed to me, please do so. I love y'all. Listen, I gotta go. You know the model.
Hey, OJ. Hey, OJ, do me a favor. Just press the leave studio button. Don't shut nothing down. Just leave the studio. You'll thank me later.
Okay, well, I gotta find that too.
It's on the bottom. It's right on the very bottom. It just says leave studio, so red X. Just press leave studio.
Real quick, for those of y'all watching through Jay Elevate's stream, you can go ahead and hop over to us.
He don't even have to. That's the reason why I told him to do that. It's gonna run. He's good.
But does it actually still show through his stream? Oh, okay.
He'll be all right.
All right.
Yep. Josiah Keith, Josiah Keith's in the building, man. What up,
Josiah
man?
Keith.
Yeah, Josiah, man.
What's up, man?
What up?
What's going on?
What up? Just got in.
Go ahead. What do you got? You got something?
No. He said he just got in there. I was gonna ask him if he messed around with those mochas today. That's it. I was gonna ask him.
Oh, real quick. Hold on. For those of y'all needing Rejuvenator stuff, I got an email here. What is it? 25% off Sneaker Con bundle. So $80 value for $60. So we got the signature kit for $50, laundry pad, the laundry pods for $20, and then a 12-pack of wipes, $10. Oh, in honor of Sneaker Con New York City happening today.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought Sneaker Con New York was last month.
It's
I gotta be going crazy because it's 2 days, right?
And it's outside in Coney Island.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
and it's outside.
Right.
They're doing it outside too.
Right.
They're doing it out in Coney Island area.
That's kind of wild doing it outside of Coney, but you know.
Josiah Keys, what's up, man? What's going on? If you, for Rejuvenator, bro, just go on the site and then use my promo code WYK26. He said I got a ditty to.
I can already. He's gonna have some bottle.
Yo.
Halo Colby's is back up on sneakers. G-Fish.
Oh, there we go.
Anybody want to attack those
for the news, bro?
Anybody want to attack those? Shout out to G-Fish.
I'm surprised the amount of times that they restocked those Kobe Halos, to be honest with you. Very surprised by that. Very surprised by that. Oh, for anybody that was interested, the Bad Bunny Adidas Gazelles dropped as well today. And not for nothing, bro, like the Bad Bunny collabs that Adidas does, the shoes be moving. The shoes move. The shoes move.
Over here or overseas? Overseas, they definitely.
Over here too, they do. I mean, listen, we know, listen. There's a huge Latin community.
Yeah,
in the
big
United
following.
States. You know that.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying from a global perspective, though, they move a lot more in Central America, South America, and EU, and even Asia Pac, way more than they move over here. But yeah, absolutely, there's a large following over here, but the sales don't adjust to match what it is in Asia Pac, EU, and Central and South America.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. My man Josiah Key said I got the baby oil.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes. Wait till his video come out. I'll be waiting on that.
I said, I wish we still had Jay for this, but let's real quick, real quick, because they said now my man is on. My man's mental state probably is not the best right now. Do we think what happened to Epstein is going to happen with Diddy? Are we going to hear breaking news? Diddy is no longer with us.
So here's the thing. With Epstein, there were people on that list. And by the way, that list will never come out. I don't know why people keep waiting for this list to come out. That list will never come out. Anytime you have a situation like this to where there are multiple people of power involved, they're always going to drop you a breadcrumb. Someone always has to take one for the team. In this case, it was the prince from the UK. That was the one that took one for the team. So if you think about this, if they had someone of a royalty lineage take one for the team for this, how high up does this list really go if he was more on the low end? I mean, because there are world leaders that are supposedly, allegedly on that list. So there was a lot more at stake globally with that Epstein list than it is in the Diddy baby oil, crazy party list. Yeah, there were some powerful people in the music industry. There were some people that kind of bled over into other industries, but it wasn't world changing like that Epstein list. That Epstein list would have completely turned things on its head.
Yeah, and and speaking of lists, it's someone put out a tweet yesterday. They said that the amount of rappers that had to go through Diddy to get their career off the ground, knowing and hearing the stories about what some of them guys had to go through in order to get that contract, in order to be able to put that first song out there.
Man, yeah, rappers, singers,
yeah. And notice people that are now coming out and saying that they're retiring. Who was it that just retired from the music business?
What's that guy's name?
Yeah, he just stepped down. What was it, yesterday?
Well, it was three of them. It was 2 men and a woman. Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
I didn't hear about the other two. I just saw the one guy's.
Yeah, I'll send you the list. I can't. Their names are escaping me right now, but the top 3 highest, and they were all tied into that whole Diddy circle.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's tough, man. That is tough. That is tough.
That is.
Yo, Josiah Key said, I think Diddy has an escape plan. Let him make bail and he's out. You would have
that's
at least
why
one
they're
charge.
not giving him bail.
Well, it was kind of funky at the fact that he even came back though. That's the craziest part to me.
Well,
he
was supposed to turn himself in on Tuesday. That's why he was back in New York, because he was getting ready to hand himself over on Tuesday. But then there was some information that dropped late Sunday night, and the feds thought it would be more of a priority to move on it, which is why they moved on it a day early and raided and took him in on a Monday as opposed to the scheduled Tuesday. So whatever evidence they found was something they were like, no, he's a flight risk. We got to grab him now.
So I see here Scooter Braun stepped down from Sony Music.
No, Scooter's not part of that top 3, but I didn't know about Scooter. That's interesting.
Yeah. Hold on. Back up. Yeah, Scooter Braun announces retirement, but it also said Randy Goodman to retire as head of Sony Music.
Julie Greenwald is her name. She's the head of Atlantic.
She's the other one? Okay.
Yeah.
She stepped down?
Yep.
Interesting.
She's stepping down in January, but she made the announcement shortly after they popped Diddy.
Yeah, you said that with a straight face too. That's crazy.
It was crazy because that was no pun intended that time.
Right. But wow,
man, yeah.
Man,
yeah,
that is
so
tough, man.
Listen, I think the list will never come out. I don't think so. But best believe, obviously, our government is going to be using that to their full advantage in some kind of way. You know, and we may start to see some other heads roll though, as far as big names in the music industry, and maybe some people we never even heard of or thought of. You know what
please.
I mean?
He's
There's a
on
bunch of people right now.
He's snitching on everybody. You get some time. So. You get some time. You get
I think
some time.
so. I think so. I think so. And he may do it to keep his because allegedly his sons were involved in some of this stuff too.
Yeah, I just found that out a couple of days ago.
You know, so he may do it to protect them, keep them out.
What's the deal with the girl that he adopted during the pandemic?
Yes, the little white girl. What happened with her?
Yeah, no one can find her. I'm just saying, it's a lot of strange things going on underneath the main story right now.
Yeah, because that video keeps surfacing of when they had her on there.
Yeah, and it was very weird.
My man said Wendy Williams was ahead of the time. She called him out. Yeah, she did say something, and remember they told her that she got threatened. Wendy Williams, you remember that?
Yeah.
Man, I wish Wendy Williams is suffering from dementia now. Is she
I was just about to ask, how is she doing?
Man.
I haven't heard anything about Wendy.
Yeah, she's
in bad shape, they say, but Kid Cudi, that whole incident with the car being blown up, that's the feds have him in a headlock right now, so they're very interested in that story.
Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi, yeah.
Yeah, what happened? I remember something.
So he was trying to date Cassie, and Diddy didn't like it, and so they threatened him that they was going to go after him and like try to blow up his car, and they actually did.
Yep.
And that's when he stopped talking to her.
Yep.
Because she said, nah, it's too dangerous to be doing this because he's crazy.
And he sent this message. So that's going to play out very heavily during these next several months as well.
And you saw the way, I mean, mind you now, even though they settled out of court, so somehow, some way, that video can be brought back into things against him.
From a federal perspective, there's no statute of limitations when it comes to that. That could have happened 30 years ago, and it can still play out in court right now, being used against you.
Yeah, to attack his character and everything. You know? And watch, there's going to be a lot of people step up and try to speak out against him. A lot of people are going to start. You're going to start seeing people come out the woodwork about what happened with Diddy.
Oh, I mean, you're seeing it now, yeah.
So let me ask you a question about that, because, and watch this. This is by no means am I defending Diddy and his actions and none of that, not at all. But in situations like this, my mind kind of always switches over to kind of like that Me Too movement, to where it's like, all right, how much of this is actually legit, and then how much of this is just kind of you jumping on board, you jumping on the train. You know what I mean? Like I have to take that, into consideration.
Yeah, other people that'll come out and speak out against them.
Right.
Yeah, I would say
like everyone could be a victim at this point, right?
Correct. But I think here's the thing, that video from what happened in the hotel, no one saw that until this year, correct?
Correct.
No one saw that until this year. So how many other videos maybe are out there that got covered up?
Well, see, here's the thing. There are a few things going on simultaneously at play right now. So just to kind of put things in perspective of how the federal government works when the FBI brings an indictment against someone. So there's already evidence there, right?
Absolutely.
There's evidence there, and there are case managers, special FBI agents that are leading these investigations. So when they bring an indictment, what I'm saying, I don't think either one of you already don't know, but when the feds bring an indictment against you, they already have layers, right, of evidence built up to work toward your conviction. However, in the last 3 years alone, the FBI has changed how they bring indictments against people. They only bring indictments against you if they have layers of evidence, meaning if they have one layer of evidence to form a conviction, if they have 2 layers of evidence to form a conviction, and now if they have 3 levels to form a layer of conviction against you. So if they bring an indictment, they already have 3 airtight layers of evidence to convict you, because these case managers are being told now, don't you bring a conviction against someone if you cannot, I'm sorry, don't you bring an indictment against someone if you don't have those 3 layers. And if you don't have those 3 layers and that conviction does not stick, don't come back. Your career is done. So I say
Right.
that with this, Diddy is done. He is done based off of that level of logic that the FBI is using to bring those indictments moving forward from the last 3 years to today. He is done.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Hey, Derek, can you screen share real quick?
Yeah. I had it up there.
That's right. This is them. That's FBI coming for you, bro.
Yeah, man.
look.
It is tough. I mean, that is a rough, tough situation. Rough, tough situation, man. Terrible.
Yeah, I think I think when we look at some of these high profile cases that have happened in the past, okay, let me back up, because they got Giselle Maxwell, is that her name? How do you pronounce her name?
Giselle.
They got her, and we haven't heard anything about her, but we thought she was on suicide watch too. She's still around, but
Well,
who knows what information she was able to feed them.
yeah, but I was about to say her scenario was a little bit different. You know, Diddy is just Diddy on his own.
But Giselle was
She
the right hand man to Epstein.
But that's what I'm saying. She aided Jeffrey. She wasn't the one committing those direct acts. That's why that situation is
That
different.
we know of. You're right. The women in the documentary never said that she actually did anything to them, except was part of the whole lore of luring them in.
The whole point is why we haven't heard of her is because the FBI thought she was so much of a valuable resource that, of course, she would never end up in the same scenario as Epstein. I guarantee you she's going to have a villa in France on 3 acres of land, and she is going to be set for the rest of her life as long as she continues to pump the information to the FBI. It goes deeper than Epstein. She was connected to multiple people globally around the world that have been tied to sex trafficking.
Yes.
Diddy, he's got keys to the kingdom or whatever, but everyone's pointing to him at this point. Not everyone was pointing to Maxwell. It's layers here involved. He was 3 layers separated here. Diddy is directly implicated in everything that's being thrown out there right now, although he absolutely had other people that were involved.
Yeah. I heard part of a rumor that part of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's split has to do with some things going on here with the Diddy situation as well.
Because the Fed's all over her as a prime person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because
how long did they date? I can't remember. Was it a couple of years?
It was a good minute. It was a good minute that they dated. But during that incident, that's how Sean ended up in jail. Remember, because he took the rap for Diddy for bringing the gun into the club.
That's right. That's right. I like Shine too. He's actually a pretty cool artist. I got a buddy that knows him personally. Changed his life around.
So
I got a question.
Is this statute real quick, and I'll let you take it, Mr. Thing. Is this statute of limitations on that whole incident as to who actually did the shooting in the club at this point?
It depends. If it becomes a federal investigation, then the rules change. But if you're still keeping it, out of New York State, then no, it's absolutely a statute of limitations.
Okay. What was you going to ask, Mr. Thing?
Yeah, this is gonna be a little touchy. And then because this goes for the panel and for the chat, and this is gonna get a little touchy. Now that Diddy is in trouble, kind of like behind the scenes, and I'm gonna throw R. Kelly's name in there, but kind of behind the scenes, we've already kind of been hinted off of things that's been happening behind the scenes before this took. My question is, can or will you still listen to music by him, knowing that what he's going through right now? Like, do you cut an artist all the way off and say, "Boom, I don't support their music, I'm good," or can you make that distinction between the artist and their artwork and say, "Hey," because the reason why I mentioned R. Kelly is this, like, flat out, I still listen to R. Kelly's music, like I just do. Do I agree with things that he's done in life, his lifestyle? No, flat out. But there's certain songs and music that's helped me just kind of get through life and stuff like that, to where it's like, I look, I still listen to the man's music, and I know it's not a popular thing to say, but it's true. It's true. So, can you, will you still support the artistry, of whether that's just Bad Boy, or are you like, I'm done with anything Diddy related? That's my question.
I mean, Diddy touched a lot of artists.
Literally, like, no, like, yeah, yo, fam. Literally, like, I know I'm gonna miss some, right? But when you think about even just like from the Faith Evans to the Little Kims, the Little C's, the G Deps, the Black Robs, the Carl Thomas. I mean, there's a Day 26, Danny Kane. New Edition was. I mean, it's a lot. I know I missed a lot, but Shine, right? Like, there's a lot. Obviously, Biggie. That, like, there's a lot there.
You gotta stop listening to music.
You
Or listen to a podcast.
almost would have to.
One
You
parent
almost would
time.
have to.
Listen to your local podcast stores.
Damn, Derek, that's a loaded question.
Like, it's tough.
Who's
It is
the
tough.
artist? Hold on a second, real quick. Who's the artist they took off? I think they took him off iTunes completely. Was it R. Kelly? I know the radio station said they were going to stop playing his music. A lot of them said that. But I don't think they're off any of the like, I know on YouTube you can find R. Kelly music now. You can find a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Damn, that's such a loaded question. Because when you think about it,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
think about their catalog. They had so many hits. They did.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah.
There's so many hits. For R. Kelly, for Diddy. I mean, damn.
G-Fish, hey, I mean, you're absolutely right. You mean, he's not writing that stuff, but just the mere fact of that, even if he's, ad-libbing, yeah, take that. Even some people are gonna be like, I'm good.
Bro. Take that.
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah. On there, like, talking over the beat like Clue.
Right. Exactly. Oh man, y'all, the old school Clue used to be my joint.
DJ Clue. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like slow over the beat.
Hey yo, Clue.
Shoot.
Hey yo, Clue. Be like this, slow.
Shout out to Mustafa at the barbershop with the Jamaican beef patties. Come on.
Oh man. What I say is that personally I listen to Big, but not go out of my way to listen to Diddy. If it's on the radio, I don't tune out R. Kelly though.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I just had this conversation just 3 days ago. Like last week, it was crazy. Everywhere I went, and it could be biased to where I live, right? But it was people just riding around with their windows down, just blasting R. Kelly. It was crazy. It was like 3 different instances last week. Like, what the hell is going on this week? A full moon. Oh, it was a full moon though, but
Right.
But
He said it was a full moon.
but
That's fair.
Please come out at night.
it
Come out at night.
but yeah, it just makes you think, man. Like, if an artist does what they were accused of, and or in cases convicted of, would you be out there blasting it with the windows down? Like, hey, would you be driving around with your windows down, blasting it, as opposed to being in the privacy of your own home, just putting it on as you clean on a Sunday morning or whatever the case may be, right? Is there really a distinction between those two? You know, when you think about it, just take it a step further.
I mean, when you think about it, too, it stinks because like that song, "I Believe I Can Fly," like
So
I mean
inspirational.
that's probably one of the most inspirational songs. You know, if there's other inspirational songs out there to that level, it's definitely top 5,
I
right?
mean, yeah,
Like they played it at how many different graduations and different ceremonies of kind. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that. Damn, just to think about that song too, and not for nothing, man. Like, listen, R. Kelly had vocals, bro. The dude could really freaking sing.
not to mention the hordes of other R&B artists that he inspired over decades worth of his catalog.
Correct. Correct. You know what I mean? Like, just damn. Damn.
What do you say, Lewis? What do you say?
What was that?
Would you still rock with the music,
Man.
or you know,
Wow.
affiliation, or you know?
Shoot, what's the song I heard the other day? Him and what was that song? Hotel with him and Cassidy.
Yeah, Cassidy, yeah, Hotel, yeah. Oh, you talking about R. Kelly? Yeah,
R. Kelly and Cassidy,
Yeah.
Hotel.
yeah.
I heard that one the other day, and I'm like, damn, this song just brings me back. What's another one I heard? Remember that song, Woman's Worth?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a good one. I heard "Remind Me of My Jeep." It was called Jeep.
Yeah.
That one I heard not too long ago too. It's like damn. It's like you think about some of these songs, and not for nothing, bro. A lot of these songs that we got in the early to late '90s and even into the 2000s, like you got to think a lot of those songs they trigger different memories of different times.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it.
Things. You know what I mean?
There's no doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it. G Fish said he rocks with Nas. Yo, I'm Nas all day. I'm a Queens cat. So yeah, that's Nas or Lost Boys. Man, there's a bunch of artists right there.
Like back then, like what cookout did you go to where you didn't have someone put on R. Kelly?
Hey, you can't ask me that because I'm in Chicago.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Right. Not right
exactly.
now.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just damn this.
But see, it's crazy too because, like, for me, like I used to be around R. Kelly all the time, not directly, just for the record, not indirectly. You know, there was so we have a high school here, Kenwood Academy.
Okay.
And so it used to be literally right across the street from where I live, and so like he would always show up there like every other week in like this big yellow Hummer, like with his crew. And he would just be posted up out there, like talking to the little girls, like every other week, like to the point where people wouldn't even like stop, like, oh, that's our cat. Like we didn't even look
He's
at
a
it.
regular.
Yeah,
Yep,
he's
he's a regular.
dude. You know, so.
Yep.
Well, Derek, didn't you say that back in the day, like a lot of the famous rap artists, you used to just see them out on the street,
all the time,
around,
all the time,
up in
all
New
the
York
time.
City.
Yeah, all the time. When I was a kid, man, like I used to hang out with LL Cool J, the Fat Boys. You be in White Castles, right? You be in White Castle, little burger joint. You be in White Castles, and LL Cool J being there, he'll just buy everybody lunch or whatever. I mean, you wouldn't even ask for the autograph and all like that. I mean, you see him all the time. That it used to be like that back in the day. Absolutely. Yep. A lot of artists, a lot of them.
I know the lead singer for Boyz II Men lived in my hometown, Willingboro. And I remember when he was dating Brandy one summer that they were at the house, and I remember that they were Brandy and YA, they were riding the neighborhood bicycles around with the kids and stuff.
Right. Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah, back then, man, a lot of the artists used to be out and about.
Oh, they'll be out there.
Cities, man.
Sneakerhead Game said Farmers Boulevard facts, like Q-Tip down at the Rib Shack, like Onyx. Like, man, there were so many people. I've met so many people, man. Like true story. We used to go down to Tower Records. True story. We used to go down to Tower Records, man. So anytime like somebody dropped like an album, they have like these album release parties. So like if you picked up their CD, the artist would actually be there at Tower Records signing copies that have posters and all that stuff, and you get to go up there and talk to them and all that other good stuff. Yo, this is like no lie. I used to like being like ciphers with like Big Pun. Yo, Big Pun was such a relatable like down to earth cat, but this guy was huge. Oh my god, I'm not even making fun of him, but he was huge. Like he was a big boy, man. He was huge.
He
Damn,
wasn't that
he was-
tall either, right? He was just short and wide, right?
Yeah, he was wide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pause, but because I don't like the way that came out. I don't like the way that. but nah. Seriously, like, yeah. He wasn't really that tall. I was taller than him, but yeah, just like wide,
But
super
you're
wide back.
taller than most people, so that's not really a fair
All
comparison.
right, well, maybe, but nah, man. Like Lewis, and also let me. I want to go on the record by saying this because I'm not gonna say crime didn't happen, right? Sneakerhead game could back this up, but like straight up, back in the day, wasn't nobody snatching each other chains and doing all that clout. You know, yo, I got LL Cool J's chain. LL didn't have a lick of security around him, and quite frankly, the community was his security. We weren't gonna let nothing happen to that cat neither. You see what I'm saying? So the times have kind of changed. Like wasn't nobody gonna sit there and bother none of these artists. You know, you can't do that. You definitely can't do that no more. But
Facts.
Yeah.
you said, aren't you like 6'4'7"?
Sad, bro.
Oh, my man with the jokes.
Man, listen. One day we gotta have Josiah Keys on here.
Yeah, for sure.
With the wig. My man
Yeah.
got the blonde wig.
No, I'm telling you, and I'm gonna put it out here now because words have power. We are all four of us are definitely gonna come together under the same roof in the same room and do a podcast. I'm telling you, man.
Oh yeah, we gotta definitely
crazy.
do that.
It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna get a little booster chair for Jay, but you know it's gonna be it's gonna be crazy lit.
Yo. Wait, how tall is Jay? Where's he at?
Jay's like 5'9", I think.
And we're size 11?
Yeah.
That look like clown feet.
It was like no, Jay's 5'9". Yeah, he's 5'9".
And we're size 11, bro.
Yeah.
He got flippers.
Yeah, but it's proportionate though, man. I don't.
Hey, look.
You ain't a hobbit at all. But yeah.
All right, look, Jay.
I'm 6'2" and I wear a size 12.
Yeah. I float. I'm between 11 and 11 and a half. But yeah, I'm 6 foot. So
I said I got my LLC for my production company. Okay.
We're doing something. Okay, let's get it.
G-Fish said that the narcotics dealers was more popular than the rappers.
Oh yeah. And you know, like back in the day, like you would truly, everybody was tangible. You can reach out and literally touch anybody, man. Like watch this. 50 Cent was like legitimately in the hood. What I would tell you is, if you watch that movie Get Rich or Die Trying, I'll be honest with you, he wasn't like mainstream big time the way it was kind of portrayed in the movie. He wasn't like no massive mainstream dude. However, he was in them streets though. Anybody who knows he was in the streets, but he wasn't like this like the Rick Ross of like Queens. No, that's a no.
Yeah, I agree.
see, our main artists weren't like that. Like you couldn't just go see Kanye anywhere. He's always just been on his own thing. But like R. Kelly, Twista, like we had Crucial Conflict. All those people, Do or Die. Like you could see them anywhere. Like they were just regular people, and they were real chill too, super approachable. Like you go to Cheesecake Factory and just see R. Kelly sit down just randomly on a Tuesday.
Right.
But
Right.
Kanye was the only one. I mean, he's probably like our biggest talent to ever come out.
Mm-hmm.
That has been known globally. I mean, not to discount R. Kelly, of course, but I just think it's a different tier.
I would say in the grand scheme that Kanye would be way more mainstream than R. Kelly was.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, definitely he was tiered only because of his affiliations with, fashion, the Kardashians, and a whole bunch of things that made him a lot more,
Correct. So he
you know,
was,
yeah.
yeah, he definitely had the ability to span a lot of different genres and people of different levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to remember too, like back, the other thing too is rap.
Psychodrama. Yep. With Twister Tie. Thank you. I knew I was forgetting someone.
Psychodrama from Chicago. Okay.
Yep.
A lot of those artists in that time, right? The only thing they had was basically television. Television and radio. And now with social media and the internet and just the way in which it's all blown up for a lot of these artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them now are way more mainstream than any of these people coming up. As greater artists as some of these people were, right? These guys now, they don't even produce maybe as good of music, and sometimes their following is just massive due to social media. Said QB Rappers was Newport News, VA a lot. We was chilling with Nas, producer LES, and DJ Silk. DJ Silk, damn, I ain't heard that name in a minute.
I went to school with DJ Silks, my boy.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. It's funny, like, seeing what people are now versus what they were and what they came from. Like, it's probably interesting to see that dynamic.
Yeah. Yep.
I was living in VA back in 2003, and I went to this place to get my my windows tinted, and they had this big, beautiful Rolls Royce. I can never say that word. Phantom, all black, like fish bowled out, like with this beautiful caviar wrap. And I was like, man, that's a dope car. It was like, oh yeah, it's Pharrell's. And he was just sitting there, like on his, just reading a magazine as they were tinting the windows to his Rolls Royce Phantom and everything. Just, just like very approachable, very cool, very chill dude. Had a conversation with him, man. He was telling me about the car and everything. But him and the Clips, that was they were coming up around that time.
Right.
And
the Clips, yeah.
But they hadn't quite made it globally yet, and like a couple of years later they popped and boom, took off.
The Clips, yeah. One of my favorite songs from the Clips was that Popular Demand.
Yep. Yeah.
With Cameron, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that song banged.
Yeah, that beat was crazy.
Banged, bro.
Hey, yo, G-Fish, I'm no, my memory's been messed up, man. Like, ever since I got hit in the head with this phone, man, I've been having like memory issues. There's a project, Ravenswood. I want to say it's Ravenswood. I spent, so right next to Queensbridge, there's a Ravenswood, another project. So it's weird. Even though you got projects, there's different, groups of projects. I spent so much time in Ravenswood, also in Queensbridge. Man, it is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And nothing from like, you can go to a house party. You go to a house party, you see Nas there with his boys. But a house party, bro. Like, yeah, it's.
Yeah, I heard.
Back in the day was so crazy, man. Back in the day was so crazy, man. The times are just so different.
Damn.
Now social media got it so hyped up to where even influencers are acting like celebrities. Oh, you can't get close to them, and they have security and stuff. That's crazy to me.
Right.
Social media just ruined everything.
I mean, listen, some of these guys have been able to parlay their social media following into doing commercials and TV shows and movies. You know what I mean? Like, it's, and the thing about it is anybody can do it to a certain extent, right? Or let's just put, the opportunity is there if you can get the eyeballs on you. Pause. Just in case it was pause worthy.
He said just in case it was pausable. For all pausability.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, look, you know, there's some YouTubers out here with some crazy followings. You know what I mean? And
Correct. Yeah.
But it all depends on what genre they're in as well. That really would garner whether or not they should probably have protection. Like, and not for nothing, we've heard a bunch of stories too of influencers, like especially on the female side. Some of them actually, people taking their life. A couple of them has had that happen. They're getting stalked and stuff like that. I mean, look, you've heard of what was it? Wasn't it a couple months ago? Someone climbed the wall at Rihanna's house, and they had to bring the police out for a stalker for Rihanna.
Yeah. So there is a level of maybe one day we can do like a live about this, but there is a level of stress that comes along with being on social media. You know that maybe some people just don't think about. I'll talk about one in particular, not to target an individual, but just to talk about one of the levels of stress. Is this is actually one of the dangers behind going viral, because when you go viral, it almost puts like an instant pressure on you to make nothing but viral videos after that. And when you don't, mentally, psychologically, you can sit down and go to the drawing board and work on something for weeks and say, all right, boom, I got me another banger. You get 95 views, and you're like, and everyone's saying you fell off. You see what I'm saying? And there is a mental hold, and this is one of the reasons why, even being a content creator, like even if you watch like How to Grow a YouTube Channel or vidIQ or TubeBuddy, you hear people talk about taking breaks, and breaks are very healthy for you, you know, to where you're not just getting all tied up into this thing right here. And it's like, look, man, you know, and also to piggyback off of something you said about genre and kind of what you're doing, security related, I think those pranksters definitely need security, because just pranking random people, bro, I'm gonna be honest, like that's just not cool, man. I've never liked stuff like that. Don't come up to me and smash an egg on my head talking about it's a joke. Nah, chill, son. I'm telling you, that ain't gonna fly, man.
I saw one the other day where a couple was coming down the escalator and a woman was going up, and she reached over, and the woman going up reached over to the guy and like tried to caress his face, and his woman was his woman, like right there. Yo, she snatched the chick up by her hair and walked her down the escalator.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Oh, it's a prank. It's a
No,
prank.
it's a prank. It's a
Like,
prank. Right. Yeah. Yeah. These guys are, and it's already happened. They're going up to guys in the hood, and they're like, "Yo, you got beef? Like, yo, you got beef?" And then he'll lift up his shirt and he pull out like some hot dogs or something. It's like, yo,
it's a prank.
Man.
It's a prank. It's a prank. Chill. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, but then also the opposite side of that coin is social media and impact on these kids, these grade schoolers, these high schoolers that are taking their lives because they see people are setting expectations so ungodly high and unreachable.
Yes.
And some of it is fake.
Oh, most of it is fake.
Most of it is.
Yeah.
Most of it is.
It's smoke and mirrors to what the real reality is.
You don't understand that. Their brains aren't developed.
But when you watch the video, it's hard to decipher if it's real or not. Like, do these people really have this that they're saying? Like, you know, you guys know who Dave Ramsey is?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave Ramsey, he does a call-in show and basically talks about people's finances. So like the other day, someone called in saying that he's like $423,000 in debt from going to medical school, and he went to medical school to be a chiropractor. And so that's just one example of something.
Nah, that's a lot.
But there was a kid that called in and said that he built an app, and he was only like 15 years old, and he was racking in like $30,000 a month off the app. And even Dave Ramsey was like, "Are you serious? And you're only 15 doing this kind of stuff?" And like, so there's actual cases out there of people really doing it, and maybe you never even heard of them. But then, yes, the other side of it is those that are on social media portraying that they're doing all this stuff, and who knows, maybe they're working off their parents' money, But then they get to a certain point to where the advertising is coming in. I mean, look what Kai Cenat. So much so that Nike tried to jump in there and advertise to him, which we now know was a bad idea, to be honest with you. But streamers, these influencers. Who's the other one? I Show Speed. That's another one that's out there. There's a lot of kids that see that and see where they started, and say, "Yo, I'm gonna try and replicate that. I'm gonna be able to get my name out there." And some kids, even now, you ask them what their profession, what they want to do when they grow up, it's be an influencer.
Yeah.
Now, to their defense, I will admit, because the times have changed, that actually it's possible. A kid today saying that I want to be a professional gamer or streamer, I would actually thumbs up that, because that is possible. When I was a kid playing Tetris on my little green screen Game Boy, saying I want to be a professional video gamer, I'm not gonna say it was impossible, but it wasn't likely. It wasn't likely by any means back then. So on the other side of that coin, I would say, you know what, it's a greater possibility for you to become a streamer or a gamer or whatever the case is, now versus when generally speaking when we were kids. Another thing what makes this social media thing so dangerous is because you do get paid off of the clicks and views. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm like, my brain, this is just the way I think, my brain really does never shuts off, right? It's nothing. It is absolutely nothing for me to make a fake video, for me to I can have a friend go into a thrift store and take any pair of kicks that I got sitting behind me, and put some Travis Scott's, on the thrift store, and switch a label from one shoe to the next, and be like, "Hey guys, look, there's Travis Scott's here for $8.99." I mean, that's click. I don't do stuff like that. That's just clicks and views, and I mean, but it's really easy to do. I mean, it's really easy to do.
So
I just don't do it.
I have this. I have this up here. It says global esports market is expected to grow from 1.72 billion in 2023 to 9.29 billion by 2032.
Wow.
And even I've seen that even some colleges have invested in esports. They have like esports centers in some of the colleges now. They have teams too on college campus. Like, how you have like the club sports? They have now club sports with esports in some of the schools.
Hey, yo, fam, I have a little cousin. I don't have the details on it. I don't even know if he still does it. I have a little cousin. This is during 2021. Yo, he got drafted, fam. He got drafted from playing like 2K. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, there was like some sort of 2K draft. He's a gamer, but he actually got drafted playing freaking 2K.
That's wild.
That's crazy. Really? So he's on like a professional esports team now.
Yep.
Well, you saw that they talked about implementing the racing simulator in the Olympics.
Wow.
I know they talked about trying to bring that into the matter of fact, they might have done it. Let me look this up real quick.
Esports. While you're looking that up, has anyone ever heard of Logitech?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very popular company here. They're based out of Switzerland. So every year they have what's called LogiPlay Days, where they have a different country host a virtual platform for gamers, where they come in, they compete. It just happened this past Monday, where they have about 250,000 in giveaway prizes and things like that. You have a little under 1 million players from around the world come, and for a whole week they just get it in and compete against each other head up. This year Paris hosted it globally though.
Yes.
And so yeah, you've heard of it. So yeah,
I got it right. I got IOC announces Olympic esports games to be hosted in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. But yeah, the proposal will be made by the IOC, which was held on the eve of the Olympics Games in Paris 2024.
Yeah. Yeah, so it just happened and Logitech is a huge catalyst for that. They've been pushing that out. Oh, Josiah Keys coming through.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate
$5 super chat.
We appreciate you, sir.
Yeah, love you guys and your families. Love watching you guys. Cheers. Do a sneaker review on Walmart O'Neill's. Hashtag baby
oil.
Hashtag baby oil.
Yo.
Oh, wait. G-Fish said each NBA team has a 2K team. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Damn, shout out to G-Fish for that little nugget right there.
Yeah, it was nuts. He got drafted to like the Celtics or something. It was like I told you, I've never knew anything. I was like, what?
Yo,
What?
that's for real. NBA 2K League.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Hold up. Can we screen share real quick?
You don't have it on.
Oh.
You don't have it on the screen that that I can add. Wait, wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Jay Ellie back in the building?
Jay's back.
Boomerang.
See, and his stream never ended. Hey Jay, your stream never ended, bro.
That's crazy because I had to like get back in through this way.
Yeah, you had to get back in this way, but I went on to your YouTube and it was still going.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, NBA 2K League update, and it said NBA 2K playoffs. Interesting. Let me see. Let me back up here a little bit though. Okay, so here we go. NBA 2K League overview. All right, says here. Can you take down the comp thing? Thank you. Here we go. So, a joint venture between the NBA and Take-Two Interactive is a professional esports league featuring the best NBA 2K players in the world, and is the first official esports league operated by a U.S. professional sports league. Wow. It tipped off its inaugural season in May in 2018, and damn. I didn't even hear anything about this. It's crazy. With 17 teams, each affiliated with the NBA team. Since then, the league has expanded to 25 teams, 22 of which are affiliated with NBA teams. The Gen G Tigers, Ducks Infinitos, and NBA Oz Gaming are the only NBA 2K League teams not affiliated with an NBA team. Teams compete in both 3-on-3 and 5-on-5 gameplay using unique characters, not existing NBA players. Okay, interesting.
Crazy, nuts. I told you he got drafted to like the Celtics.
So it says the Sixers have a team, the Blazers have a team, the Bucks, the Cavs, Grizzlies, Hawks, the Heat, Hornets, Jazz, Knicks, Mavs, Magic, Nets, Pacers, T-Wolves, Raptors, Warriors, and Wizards all have teams. Wow. That's crazy. Here's the map. Let's see if I can blow that up a little bit. There we go. Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'm gonna hit my cousin up, man, and get some more details on it. But like I say, he got drafted to the Celtics. I was like, what?
So he gets a contract and everything, right? Gets paid
all that,
right?
All that, paid and all that, fam. I was like, wait, what? Yep.
Yo.
So it's my older cousin.
Okay.
His name is Elliot, and his son got drafted. I was like, whoa.
Okay. So now let's think about this, and I don't have anything else to share.
Okay, I got you.
There. You know how they were doing the sneaker NFTs, right?
Yeah.
I bet you at some point, maybe it already is playing a factor, but imagine having a digital sneaker contract for your character.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then you could take it a step further. Imagine you had the ability to actually get the shoe, like the shoe you create for the game, the brand would actually make you have like a one-off in real life.
I got you. That's a dope idea.
Yeah.
That is a dope idea.
you imagine you like a Jordan brand digital athlete, like.
It's not far fetched.
I mean, it's not with the way things are going,
not
right?
far-fetched.
You also got to think too, because they didn't kick off the meta world yet, did they?
I'm not sure.
Did they kick off the meta world where like it's almost like the Sims on steroids?
That's a good question.
I don't know if they kicked that off yet, but because they talked about the NFTs being able, things that you have NFT wise being able to be used in there too.
You ain't never lie. I mean, you can even buy real estate in the meta world, bro.
Yes.
Property.
Yes, you can
That
buy
is
digital
insane.
property in the meta world.
That is insane.
Mhm.
I'll do that. I think that'd be worth looking into, to be honest with you.
Bro, they said, what is it, in NBA 2K, you can get a job working at Foot Locker. In the game, you can actually have a job working at the shoe store in the game.
All right,
Wow.
fellas, I gotta pop out, but this has been an incredible conversation. Chat, y'all have been rocking out, man, from the very beginning, and y'all are still tapping in. Let's go. Hey, chat, we appreciate the super chats. We appreciate everybody that's been rocking in with us from day one, from hour one, from minute one. And we love y'all, man. It's been real. I always look forward to having my Saturday morning share with the fellas on the panel and y'all. The fifth man on the panel.
Yes,
So,
yes, sir, yes, sir.
So y'all keep the conversation going, keep it rocking, man. I gotta get my day started, but yeah,
Appreciate you.
Man, yo, love y'all.
Yeah.
Man.
Thanks for tapping in.
All right, man.
Hey, Jay, are you good? You good,
100,
Jay?
bro.
Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. G-Fish mentioned, he said that his peoples was on the Wizards 2K team, or they was. And like I said, same thing with my cousin. I'll have to hit my older cousin up to see if his kid is still on it. But yeah, like I said, I heard about that and I was just like, wow. Like, that's what's up.
Possibilities are endless and limited,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no limit to what can
Yeah.
occur.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about having it all be digitized.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Crazy. That is dope. That is so dope.
My man Ty said be in Chicago in about an hour. Oh, maybe that was directed towards Perp.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Damn, that's crazy. NBA, an actual, like, I'm a professional 2K player. Like, that's wild to think about.
But think about
so
the Mortal Kombat game. Think about the Street Fighters. They have these competitions. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy.
But
the Call of Duties? Oh, the CODs? Oh,
but all right, but let's think about this. Are these guys like having practice? Are they having like practice sessions where they got to meet up? Is there an actual coach involved with these leagues? I mean, when you think about Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, right? To your point, it's just that person. You're talking about now. You've been drafted to a digital team. You're on a team now with other individuals as your teammate versus in Street Fighter, it's just you versus the next guy.
That's a good question. I do know someone out here in Colorado, Terrell, his brother. He plays Super Smash Bros. And there's tournaments out here that pays cash, and he'll walk away with a couple of $100, man, for winning a tournament, every night. It's crazy. It's crazy.
The fighting games are usually one-on-one, though. Fighting games are usually one-on-one. So I'm just looking at the fact that this is a totally different dynamic in that you're not one-on-one. It's you. Essentially, it's like us here, and we going on 2K, and we playing other people like that. And we individually control a character. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the computer controlling everybody else. Like, and we gotta coordinate together, controlling our own characters on the game. I just think there's a dynamic to it that has a level of difficulty maybe we're not thinking of. So I'm wondering, like, if they do that, like have practice sessions and
I'm quite
go
sure.
in there and work together in that kind of aspect, you know.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
And you got to think about it too. This is all these guys and gals who really like go online and they are ranked professionally in the world with these online games when you talk about that. So that's how they're able to do it now. How you're able to get the sponsorship and some digital coach. You know what I'm saying? This draft you to pick you over here. I couldn't tell you the dynamics on that aspect. But
Hey, man,
like
just
you can probably plug it into ChatGPT, and that'll be your coach right there.
yep.
yo, I wonder, like, can they trade? Is there like a general manager controlling the digital team? It's like somebody like, yo, putting
Anything's
trades
possible.
out there and stuff.
Right,
Like,
right,
I wonder how deep does it go?
right.
You know?
It's wild
Oh,
out here.
stop.
That was definitely pause worthy.
Right, right.
How deep does it go? Pause.
I see somebody pass that off, but like, so what do you do? Like, well, I'm in the NBA, well, 2K NBA, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like what?
Yeah, right.
What?
Right.
Oh,
Like, look,
snap.
that's me right there on the screen.
Right. Yo. Yes,
Oh,
sir. Well,
boy.
all right, man. How you fellas?
My man hit me with the sus. I know it was. I knew it was right when I was saying it, bro.
He caught it.
Yeah. Man, listen, it's going to be another day of college football, man. I know my Mountaineers are supposed to play. I think actually it's starting like a minute.
Yo,
To be honest with you, I'm going to
let's
check
go ahead
that
and
out
boogie.
at some point.
Yeah.
And Hurricanes are on later tonight, 7
Yep.
o'clock. See if they're gonna go 3-0. They ranked 8 now. They're ranked number 8 in the country now.
I think the game is over tonight at what, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tonight, something like
I think
that.
it starts at 7.
It's about 9 and it'll be over with. About 9.
Well, it depends. If it's a blowout, it's going to feel like it's going to take about 4 hours. It'll be some of the boringest games when they blow them out. Because the last game they won like 62-0.
Bruh, let's go. Let's go.
I'd like to see some back and forth.
Hey Ty, how long you gonna be in the shot, bro? How long you gonna be in the shot?
Yeah, man.
Purple Haze wanted to
Man.
know.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat who's rocked out with us all this time, man. For real. Been going since 9 o'clock. I know I jumped in there a little late. Apologies again for that. But, man, you guys have been sticking with us all this time. We love it, bro. We love to see it, which is why we try to bring these to you each and every week. With the latest news, info, the jokes. You know
All
what
of
I'm
it.
saying? Just all of it.
All of it.
Yep.
Shout out to today's sponsors. Once again, I'm just gonna call your names out because you guys looked out. Big Keith, Tyler, Josiah Keys.
Yes, sir.
Man, shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Hit that like button on the way out if you didn't do so already.
Please
Well,
smash the like button.
if you like content like this, you can subscribe. It won't, it won't hurt you any. But if you need to check us out a little bit before you do it, look, I understand.
Yeah.
But it's all good, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. I got some errands to go run, got a buddy to go visit, and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
But look,
prayers
I
to your buddy
appreciate
too, bro.
I appreciate that. But yeah, man. Shout out to y'all, man. It's always love on this end. Always love.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We appreciate that, DJ Todd Radio. Appreciate that, man. Rocking out, cleaning the house, listening to us. Yeah, man, for real. Listen.
Salute.
We are now also we're about to go into October real quick, right? We're about to go into October and things about to heat up from October through December. And then it ain't gonna stop come January. Man, I'm excited.
Man.
Get excited, everybody. Get excited.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Insane.
In any case, this is Lewis of the Way Your Kicks channel. Minding y'all, be true, stay in the moment. Don't forget, every day is a great day to wear your kicks.
We
We out.
appreciate y'all, fam. We appreciate y'all.